I lift my head up, ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. So I ask about your past, cause I love being mad. I'm crass, but I didn't mean to hurt your feelings that bad. I pray for guidance, I pray for silence, I pray for victory, no money for the fuck you count in your marriage. I ain't companionship or baniship, I'm breaking you off. I blame your mother and your friends, cause that's who making you soft. Baby girl, don't play with the bars, baby girl, just take off them drawers. Baby girl, I need a couple minutes, I don't care about the cost. I grip my rosary and pray for those who seek the peace of mind and the time to get over me. I'm so full of myself, don't need your help, I can act like a fool by myself. I am the help, you're the top shelf, making me melt. I got the bells and the whistles, everything is for sale. I feel like hell, can't you tell, like my conscience in jail. I'm on my knees praying please, ain't got no mercy myself. I lift my head up, I ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. Took a long walk but I'm okay, little bit of vodka in my OJ. Had a long talk but we okay, no way Jose, ice it's a cold play. My life in a cold place, baby, you warming me up. I act tough cause we in love, nobody giving a fuck. I am alive, I am Lazarus, back from the dead, from the touch of the baddest bitch that's stuck in my head. I'm laying down in a bed, lay my life on the line. It's bus time, so I bust vibes on the bus ride. I feel it, oh I feel it, oh I feel it, oh I feel it, spirit washing over me. Now tell me how it's supposed to be. I feel it, oh I feel it, oh I feel it. Lift my head up, ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through.
It means that men will just lose heart. Their spirits will just flag and say, what's the use? As they see these things coming upon the world, they'll lose heart. Just don't want to keep on. It said, and then shall they see the Son of Man coming in a cloud with power and great glory. And this is speaking of the second coming, when he'll set his feet bodily upon the Mount of Olivet in Jerusalem, and it'll cleave to the east and the west. And he'll come back personally with his saints with him. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number. I plan to be in that number.
Hey everybody, welcome to Rolling High, the show where us nerdy-ass stoners sit around and play Dungeons & Dragons. Has that already been taken before? I don't think nobody said that before.
I don't think everybody has, that stereotype of nerd with Dungeons & Dragons and stone, no. I think that's new.
I don't think Matt Mercer says that every week at all.
Trending.
In case you're new here, I'm B. Tyler, Shelby and Larry Fettinger. We are Wellawana. Tuesday is our D&D show Rolling High, where we adults hang out and play Dungeons & Dragons a little bit bloodier, a little bit darker, a little bit stonier world of
Very
Zealous.
stonier world.
Much more stonier world of Zealous.
I was getting ready to say a much more lifted world is ours than the world of WD-20. We're a little bit more lifted during this one.
A little more lifted there, but also like it's going to be a little bit more down in the dumps. So today is our session 0. We're going to be kind of talking about their characters, their characters' backstories, where they're meeting, and the background of the world as a whole, so we can kind of know what's going on. But before we do that, we're going to go ahead and jump into our intro, which looks like our regular intro because we haven't done anything to make a new intro for the...
Ooh, Rolling High. We should do that. That'd be fun.
We're going to have some fun with that. Lots of like slow motion dice rolls right in front of the veins.
Oh, I need to do like a narration.
But we'll be right back after these intros. Stick around, guys.
See you soon.
And welcome back! Thanks again for joining us, guys. In case you missed the intro, I'm B. Tyler, so Shelby and Larry Pettinger. But soon you will know us by different names.
That is true. That is true.
My name will be known as the Dungeon Master, as I will be the Dungeon Master for this campaign moving forward.
I am going to be Anna Stiana.
Anna Striana.
My name is Kari. Straight up, my name is Kari, and it's going to be last name Dabarak. Kari Dabarak.
So I wonder if I forgot the R in here.
I can't read Elvish, so I don't know.
I typed it out on the font thing, didn't I?
Yeah, but that's on my tablet. That we currently can't find. But it's okay, I'll get it fixed.
We'll figure it out. But
So
I am Kari Dabarak.
Kari Dabarak. Speaking of Dabarak, I want to
My-
dab off this rack.
Are we talking like Nectar
No,
Collector?
rig.
Nectar Collector edition.
oh god, no.
I feel like that would be a bad
That would be
moment.
painful.
That'd be a bad moment.
Way too much.
Especially when that nail hit the bottom
Let's
of the
like clear
glass.
some of this shit off.
You know what I
I
mean?
wasn't sure what was needed.
Yeah, I haven't colored my character, so I might need to.
Do you want it now?
Are you
No,
gonna be colored in the show?
I don't know.
That's usually our jobs.
I know, right? He normally doesn't.
I think I'm gonna have to write some kind of backstory for my character because I have no backstory
I
for
have
my character.
very little backstory besides.
But we'll be workshopping that together.
What I do know about my character is my character's name is Kari Dabarak.
You want to see mine?
I am a 50 years old, right? Or am
no,
I
that,
55?
we changed that because dwarves mature at 50.
Oh yeah,
and that's why
I don't
we did
think we've
that. is
discussed
coming of
age. We haven't discussed age yet. I'm going to be right at the cusp of coming of age of manhood, and I am going to be a goblin. And I am going to be a gunslinger. I'm actually going to be using the gunslinger class, which is
Matt
Mercer homebrew, right?
Gunslinger archetype for the fighter class. Yes.
Yeah, it's
Sorry.
Matt Mercer's homebrew. He came up with the gunslinger for the fighter archetype. So I am actually going to be running as a gunslinger.
Gunslinger goblin.
It looks very interesting. I like.
Show him your character. It's not colored yet. You gotta wait for him to color it.
I don't even know where I put it.
Ooh, it looks like you got a little love note in there.
I got a phone call.
Do you want me to show the crowd my logo?
Dungeon Master.
Oh, welcome home.
Yeah, I don't think I have my,
Not even words. They can't even speak words to me.
my sheet of color isn't in here. I don't know what I did with it. I did something with it. I set it off to the side.
Is it in that pile right there?
Probably. Or did I put it? Oh, didn't put it in the very back. Didn't fold it. This is my other character. And no, it wouldn't be in here. I don't know what we're doing with it. It disappeared!
Sorry, Dean.
I literally just gave that to you. Is it in that stack?
Now, I thought I put it in my folder.
Oh, you did too.
In the front, but then I started moving stuff around to do my tabs and whatnot. Either way, oh, it's right there on the very bottom. Didn't know there's all got.
Leave it to the DM to fix everything.
is not my current character, but this will be my character about the time that I hit probably about level 3 to 4-ish. Kari Davarak.
Show them my character. Top one.
And this one up here is hers.
For this one.
As
For this guy.
As I break my wrist trying to.
And I am a elf. High elf.
High elf Phoenix Sorcerer, which I think the Phoenix Sorcerer is either homebrew or. Okay, I'll let you just. Yeah. Is either a homebrew class, subclass, or it's not in the standard. The standard D&D 5e stuff. But we are going to include it because it's not too difficult to do so.
That's the one thing. That's the one thing about D&D that you're just not going to be able to beat. You're not going to be able to beat anywhere else. When you're talking about when you're talking about other games and stuff like that, there is very few games out
This is
there.
really close to me. I'm like coughing really loud in the microphone.
No, you're fine.
I keep forgetting we only have one channel.
But the one thing about D&D I absolutely love is that the community has come up with so much of coming together, just releasing their own content, own campaigns, own ideas.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you want to look up, you know, a homebrew or a rule set for, you know, becoming a farmer, or to running a casino, or to going to a strip club or a brothel, I guess it would be back in that
Brothel.
time and whatnot. you know.
Brothel.
Or whatever, you know, you can think of all these different things that you would want to do, you know, horse betting, all of this, and there's people that's come up with systems and ways to make that a reality, to where you're using just dice and a standard set of rules to accommodate what you're wanting to do. And
If you're new to the DM scene or the D&D scene, you're looking for some homebrew for either cheap, free, or you want some legit homebrew, check out dmsguild.com. dmsguild.com. Has a ton of homebrew. Matt Mercer puts his stuff up there. Matt Colville puts his stuff up there. Matt Lillard puts his stuff up there. Definitely worth checking out if you're into homebrew.
Why are they all Matts?
she's faded the stars.
Seems like it.
Tyler's gonna break the mold. He's gonna be the next big DM that's not named Matt.
Tisler.
Yeah.
Tyler of Rolling High.
BTM the DM.
BTM.
Yep. So, let's recap what we were just. He's a goblin gunslinger fighter. We'll talk about kind of the whole background of the gunslinger and everything in a moment. She is a Phoenix sorcery high elf. All of her powers, because she is a sorcerer, come from innate ability. She kind of woke up one day and she's got the power, and started lighting shit on fire on accident, which, you know, that happens. Because she's a high elf, she'll get one wizard cantrip. Excuse me. She'll get one wizard cantrip on top of her sorcery spells. She can, 60 feet of dark vision. She's immune to magical sleep. She has advantages on saves versus being charmed. She can meditate for 4 hours and it counts as 8 hours of
What
rest.
is this for? Tim?
No.
Proficiency in perception, long swords, short bows, and long bows. So for a sorcerer, you've got proficiency in melee weapons, which is pretty good. She gets a wizard cantrip. Her seclusion, she's a hermit background, so her seclusion has granted her a unique revelation, which is what I told you about the tomb. She Phoenix Sorcerer, as an action, she can ignite a flammable object in her hand. As a bonus action, she can activate her Mantle of Flame, which is her Phoenix ability. Once per long rest, she can shed bright light for 30 feet and dim light for another 30 feet.
Is that the the big fire wings that come out? And,
I mean, it would probably it would probably be characterized or flavorized as big flamey wings. Yeah, I mean,
Gotcha.
or something like that. They wouldn't be useful as wings until they're
not
for sorcery.
yeah.
Any creature that hits you with a melee attack from within 5 feet or touches you takes your charisma modifier damage. So if you activate your Mantle of Flame and you're like, flame on, and someone walks up and tries to attack you, they fucking take 3 damage just for hitting you. So it's pretty dope.
Straight for touching.
And then any fire damage that you do on your turn is increased by your charisma modifier. So that's why I was kind of telling you we're going to go with a lot more fire spells.
Yeah.
So if you go Phoenix mode, and you do any of your spells, most of them are going to be fire-based, so you're going to gain that extra damage.
Yeah.
So that's just kind of the point of that.
That makes perfect sense.
She's got a lot of weapon proficiencies, no armor proficiencies. She has tool proficiencies in herbalism kit, which means I'm going to equip her with a bag of weed and a bunch of rolls. So that's going to be fun.
That's awesome.
The languages she speaks are Common, Elvish, Halfling, Deep Speech. This isn't normally stuff we go through, but I'm just kind of like going through her little list. And as you saw, she's an elegant high elf, fire spitting stuff. What?
Oh, nothing. I'm saying when it comes to my turn, we can go through mine.
Yeah,
I've got it too.
We're going to. She has 20 HP at level 3. We'll be starting at level 3 because I want them to already go ahead and get into their archetypes so that they can learn some of those things a little bit faster. He can learn the gunslinging right off the bat instead of dealing with short bows and long bows and crossbows and shit until then. She can immediately get into kind of the basis of her skills, which are sorcery points and whatnot. She's picked Twin Spell and Empowered Spell. So Twin Spell will allow her to cast a single target non-self spell on 2 targets instead of 1 for the cost of 1 sorcery point. She also has Empowered Spell, which allows her to re-roll. Wow, that's pretty cool. She can re-roll up to her charisma modifier damage dice. So if she rolls a 1 on her damage, she can re-roll that 3 times a day.
Nice.
Or you can re-roll it up to 3 times for the cost of 1 sorcery point. So let's say you go up to someone and you cast Burning Hands on them, touch them with your Burning Hands, and you only do 1 plus 3 damage, which would be 4 damage. You can re-roll that 1 3 times until you get something that you prefer, but you have to keep whatever pops up. So if you roll a 3 and you re-roll and it's a 1, and that's the last time you roll, you have to stick with that.
Yeah.
But that is pretty cool. I mean, you'll start with 3 sorcery points, and you'll have 2 options to use them on. So it'll be pretty easy to know from that. And we'll get her spells set up and everything. That'll be part of what we're doing today. Lars over here, Lars Bars, has his goblin
as a.
Did I send you the?
I have, yeah.
Okay.
I have everything. I am a goblin as my race, and as a background, I am a urban bounty hunter. We haven't set my alignment yet.
We're not going to worry about alignment really because there's going to be a lot of wavy things that happen, and I'll kind of wait a few sessions to be like, I feel like you're probably more along this alignment. So if you do anything outside of that alignment.
Gotcha. Because I imagine just from based on what we talked about in the generalized world that we're about to discuss and whatnot, that it seems like my alignment right now is unknown, and it's after the things that happen to me, I will make a choice on where it leads me to be. Yeah. Kind of thing.
My basis when it comes to adventuring is every character starts out chaotic neutral. Wherein the only person they care about is themselves. The only reason that they're out there is to take care of themselves until they prove differently. Now, it could be session 0, she's walking through with her cleric in the other campaign.
Yeah.
And sees, a hurt dog in a field and goes and heals it. Well, she's not chaotic neutral anymore. She's at least chaotic good. You know what I mean? Like,
because
she helps out.
She didn't. It was a selfless act.
Right.
And
or
you
even
don't do selfless acts if you're chaotic neutral. That's just, it doesn't make sense to you.
But the thing is, you can classify a selfish act as something that helps out someone close to you, friend, family, team, party member. you know, someone that
Yeah.
helps you get something in return, that would still all that would still be selfish because it's someone
Yeah.
only you care about. But going and helping,
And
well,
it does benefit you in some way.
when it comes to animals too, it's a little bit different. If it wasn't a dog per se, but like a wolf that could potentially fucking kill her, but she walks up and she's like, "Hey."
Well, essentially, the dog doesn't. The dog wouldn't do anything positive for her, except for the fact that it's a dog. You know, you
I want
want
to make sure everyone knows that if you come across certain creatures and you try well enough with your animal handling check, I will let you have pets.
Oh no! I understand that, but I mean, like,
Just
if you're
saying,
walking,
you
but
roll
like,
nicely,
but like, you walk through the town and you hill a random dog in the town or whatnot, and you end up. That's all you do, and you move on. That dog plays no actual bearing on anything moving forward. You hill a wolf. The wolf could potentially later down the road, like down that road, re-attack you, and it played a negative bearing on you by doing so, compared to
But I mean, the thing is,
nice to do, but
the dog
doesn't
the wolf,
benefit me.
The dog and the wolf are going to remember that happening. No one,
Yeah.
you know, it's like charity. Like, if nobody sees you doing charity, did you really do charity? Like, whatever.
I was waiting for
But-
them to do something like that in Red Dead Redemption. You see all the dogs in all the town. You can pet the dog. I expected that after a while of you going to the same town and you petting the dog over and over or something like that, that when you come to the town, like the dog comes running to the edge of town to greet
it's
you
like,
or something.
that kind of shit, yeah.
And I expected it. Not yet. It'll happen.
I would have been really happy if you could get a dog as a companion.
Yeah, hop up in the wagon with you or whatever when you go on wagon trips. Heck
Chasing
yeah.
the horse. I mean,
Help you with hunting to go get the birds.
did you see? We've talked about this before, and I hate it. But if you have a bounty and the dogs come after you, that's one way to make good people feel bad for being bad at the game. Because you're like, I don't want to shoot the dogs, but I gotta shoot the dog because
Or the dog will attack me.
Or the dog will attack
Yeah.
me, and there's no. So you constantly lose. See, there's a scene in Red Dead. This happened to me. I hear, oh, and it's coming like 5 feet away from me, or not 5 feet, like 30 feet away from me. I turn. There's a wolf howling, just howling, standing over something howling, and I fucking shoot it because fuck, I'm not gonna die to a wolf.
Yeah.
And then I look, and he's howling over like his mate that had been like killed and like was rotting, and he was like standing over it and howling, and I was just like, no. So I picked him up and like laid him down so that they were like cuddling each other. Like, I can't do this, man.
You're like, where's the berry animal action?
Where's the shovel item?
But anyway,
Press triangle to cry.
you cry while laying headstone. I am a goblin that is an urban bounty hunter. Goblin features. Within 60 feet of me,
60 feet of dark vision.
I treat dim light as bright, darkness as dim light. I also have Fury of the Small.
Fury of the Small.
It's small fry syndrome. I can deal my level extra damage with a spell or attack to a creature that is larger than me.
Once per rest.
Once per rest.
So
With me being super tiny,
with you being small.
I am small. That means anything medium or large or above, I pretty much don't.
It is affected by that.
Yeah, I get extra level of damage. What does that mean by that, though?
No. What it is, you deal your level.
So if
extra
I'm
damage.
level 3, I give 3 extra points, so on and so forth.
Yep.
As a bonus action, I can hide or disengage.
Yep. Kind of a little roguey feature where instead of having to use your full action, as we kind of discussed with these, you can use your bonus action as soon as you attack somebody to disengage, and then you can run away.
Now, let's get into the meat and potatoes of the class.
Excuse me. Well, hold on one second.
I like this next part.
Well, the class, yes. But before we get into that, the Urban Bounty Hunter,
Yes.
their feature, their bonus is that you have contacts in most
That's
cities that
the
can
part I was
provide you with
excited about.
information.
I
This is
have
going
a
to-
network.
Yes, but you have to keep in mind, this is going to be kind of like walking through the dark timeline. This is
Gotcha.
going to be a little bit more of the. I mean, you're gonna have bugbears running shops, which is kind of, it could be normal, but it's like you're seeing a monster running a shop.
Yeah.
Like you could have a fire giant, working as a bouncer at a tavern. Or whatever, but like
Good times.
the town that you guys are starting in is called Cocohel, Kocohel, and it's a fucking rogues thieves guild, like whatever, with places posing as churches, but they're really fucking, you know, side dealies.
So for the viewers that's watching, with the Urban Bounty feature or whatever, is that kind of like potentially my goblin? Not saying that my goblin does, but kind of like having a specific tattoo or marking that sets him. That way, the person that coming in contact knows this person is a bounty hunter, and I know they're a bounty hunter, so I only give that information to bounty hunters compared to just your regular Joe that walks off the street. It's kind of like one of those situations, right?
Yeah,
Just a little
it would be
extra icing on
It would
the
be
cake.
something, yeah, like the flavor. The flavor of it would be something to the degree of you have a badge, card, a tattoo, branding, you know, something like that, where no matter who you walk up to. And what I was going to say is that places like Cocoa Hell aren't necessarily going to have like a guard or whatever, or like a police, but there are groups that kind of look out for the more well-being of the town.
Kind of like a neighborhood watch instead of an actual law enforcement group that is specifically designed to do that.
Yes, but it's also kind of like it's like playing cops and robbers. Like the whole, like specifically this whole town is a little bit more like, you know, the guard, the watch are kind of timid to do certain kinds of work because some of these guys are fucking sketchy. You could have, you know, level 3 and level 4 people going out to, you know, protect the neighborhood, and a level 10 rogue is sitting in the shadows, and we all, I mean, you know what a level 10 rogue has, you know what a level 2 rogue has.
Especially in the shadows.
Yeah, so I mean, there is a little bit of a reluctance. It is like a weird neighborhood where not anybody can really trust anybody except
nobody really wants to really start shit because they don't know who the meaner person is that could be just feet away from them that could put an end to it instantly.
Well, they don't know who the meaner person is. They know who the meanest person is.
Yeah,
you know, like there's one group, one clan, one guild, one set of rogues, whatever, that everybody like knows is the shit.
Did you write down the name of the town?
No.
Oh, she.
You're just doing just character stuff. It's Cocoa Hell. I need to write that down.
Oh yeah, Cocoa Hell. And is it really like Cocoa Hell?
Koco.
Koco.
HEL.
One O.
Okay, what? Redo it.
Koco.
Koco.
HEL.
Okay. HEL.
Yep. And I mean, it's kind of. Depending on the pronunciation, it can be like Cocoa or something like that. But I mean, it's Cocoa Hell. It's not a good place. It is.
I like Cocoa Hell.
It is.
Feels dangerous.
It does.
It's
danger.
Yeah. So that's where you guys will be starting, and with what I was going to say about the Urban Bounty Hunter is that whether it is the guard, whether it is the sheriff's office, whether it is the baron of the town, you can walk up and be like, hey, I'm here for this. I heard you were looking for me, or, you know, whatever.
Or you might have information for me.
Yeah, exactly. And we can work on that a little bit. These are floating around. So we can work on that a little bit as the time comes. But yeah, so you're basically just linking up. You'll be linking up with one of the guilds in town, who is essentially trying to get.
I have another hit.
You may. Do you want the
Dislit. You can just hand it to me. I'll do it myself.
This I haven't really thought of the name of your group yet. If you happen to think of what your clan will be, then Totes Cools, let me know. Ooh,
do you want
to catch it?
Mm-hmm.
So if you think of the name for your thieves guild,
Hey, why finish this? Give me some ice water.
Yep.
Thank you.
So think
Keep it
of my bounty hunter guild.
Yes, but essentially you were given this, and go ahead and do that, and I'll let her kind of look at what. Because I assume at some point she's going to see it.
Yes.
Because you guys.
Both of these filled with water, you said?
No, the small one in the lid in the sink. The 32 ouncer I want.
You want the 32 ounce.
He's a little still.
You said the smaller one, and the smaller one's not the 32 ouncer.
No, I want the smaller one in the lid in the sink.
Okay, smaller one and the lid in the sink.
be starting this campaign where you guys are meeting each other because of this person you're both looking for. And I told
So are
you,
we bounty hunters?
he's a bounty hunter. You were
Why am I looking for this person?
I told you that he knows he supposedly knows the location of the Tomb of the Lost Muse.
Sorry, I'm
No, it's fine.
slept
No,
since then.
no, it's totally fine.
All right, so
I'm not sure entirely what I do.
yeah, you texted it to me. So that's easy.
Yeah, fortunately.
Do you not need a lid for this?
No, I don't.
That's scary.
So you were given that.
This whole time I've been drinking without a lid.
A lot of your guild isn't the only one that's receiving messages like this, but the Baron Jevi has put out pretty much all points bulletin to track down Zadchik Velrock. Yes, he has a very, very, very valuable piece of not equipment, but a very valuable item from the Baron's vault. And he needs to get it back. He's obviously willing to pay handsomely for it.
Yeah, 5,000 platinum pieces.
Yeah.
That's pretty. Now,
I mean, and it goes without saying that it's intended to be kind of a difficult job. But I mean,
Obviously, if he's gonna pay that much, it's something he's willing to pay, and also not something simple, or he'd just have one of his little lackeys do it. So
yes. Also, the reward is to ensure that you bring it in.
instead of stealing it
And trying to sell it to somebody else.
Somebody
I mean,
else.
who's gonna have 50,000 gold to be able to drop?
Yeah.
In
Do we know what this ancient artifact is?
he supposedly should have it on his person. He stole it. He has it on his person.
Okay.
That's what's up.
And we're not actually starting, so we're not going to be able to ask much questions really about the
Right.
brooch itself and stuff like
Right,
that.
right,
But
right.
this is our starting.
I mean,
This is
brooch-
my
brooch is
starting.
like a thing
Yeah.
that goes on a
Little-
robe or something.
little pretty-
That's a little
pretty pendant.
decorative. Little decorative pendant thing.
Now this is
So-
pretty much what I'm given.
That's
This
what you're
is-
given.
She's just interested in this aspect.
Pretty much, yeah. She's trying to find him. You essentially were told, dead or alive, we need the
I
fucking
want
brooch
that.
back.
I want this. She wants that.
Yeah.
Only way I get this is with that.
She needs something from him that is a little less tangible but equally as valuable. And like I said, you guys don't know each other before you meet in search of this guy. Like, perhaps you both end up almost getting to him at the same time, fucking hit the corner at the same time, bump into each other, and he gets away, and you're like, you got him, mate! You know, whatever, like, or you...
Got away because of you!
Or you're casing him in a bar, or in a casino or something, watching him,
Yeah.
and you're trying to make small talk with people in the room to kind of, like, look casual, and you come across each other that way, and you're both like, oh, well...
Somehow
sorry,
we
I'm
are
looking
going
for
to
someone
bump
tonight.
with the same person as the goal.
But I mean, again, you couldn't care less if he's
Yeah, get your shit.
as long as you loot the right things off of him. That's all that matters to him.
You want to blow his head off? Blow his head off.
I
just want to search his back.
need him alive.
She needs his head.
No, I need him alive until I can get his head. Inside his head.
See, we're getting there.
Magic!
Excellent. So, to kind of start building outside of this small town.
Yes.
And it is a pretty small town, especially or even for like D&D or RDR2 standards. Like it's a pretty small town. The fact that there are as many establishments in it as there are just goes to show that there are probably that many back businesses going on behind the scenes. You've got a church, you've got a tavern. The church is the sketchiest of the two of those options. You've got an inn, you've got I think it's you've got a general store, and then I think it's either a carpenter or an alchemist or whatever, like third-party store like that. But I mean, it's a small town with just a few
Church,
businesses.
tavern, inn,
General
alchemist,
store. I think it is an alchemist.
alchemist,
General store.
general store.
No blacksmiths. Nothing really like that.
Damn.
On that. But again, you really won't be there long. You guys, if you can get him alive, your instructions have been to bring him to.
Standard RPG rules. Tavern is where the information's at.
Oh, there's a casino too.
Oh, casino.
Yeah, that's important.
That's important. I need
It is
Casino
one
is
of-
important.
It is one of the places he could be. Because you're looking for him.
You got that written down.
I got everything about Coco. How about the stores that's inside written down?
Okay, cool.
So beyond Coco Hell, you've got a lot of little towns that are just kind of out and about here and there. The place that you are supposed to be meeting up is in a place called Basilisk Pike.
Basilisk
See it?
I was just making sure.
I'm
that you
supposed to be
weren't
meeting.
frozen.
I'm supposed to be meeting up with my contact, or do I have a contact name?
Scavenger's Haven and Kari's Byre.
Scavengers Haven.
And it's where where Kari's Byre resides, is in Basilisk Pike. You're well known here. Your guild, your bounty hunting guild has a decent representation.
I'm looking for a guy named Kari.
No. I'm saying your buyer is there.
My buyer.
Yeah,
Okay.
your buyer. Sorry, it is a scavenger's haven that you frequent often, and your buyer is there. I don't have his name yet.
Star. Anywhere I have a buyer is a very important place.
Yes.
Scavengers Haven.
And she,
Basilisk Pike.
I mean, I assume is just going to be trying to keep him alive and kind of follow you along the way as that happens, which I'm not necessarily trying to force the narrative. You guys can by all means be like, fuck it, we got the information, let's kill him, rip his head off and put it on a pike. The reason Basilisk Pike is named that, by the way, is because it was originally founded by a dude who fought a basilisk and cut its head off and put it on a pike, and it has been since represented by a full basilisk impaled on a pike in the middle of the haven. Ooh, an unboxing video.
Blam. Big bottle of purple Arctic Fox.
Purple Arctic Fox. But as you can kind of notice, outside of this your little town that you're going to start in, this whole continent has been completely ravaged by monsters for generations. I mean, like, to the point where it's totally normal. Society totally lives on. And
Do we have a name of the continent?
Xelis. Xelis.
Xel
Lis.
Lis.
So it sounds like zealous,
Zealous.
like overzealous, but it's
Zealous.
yes, zealous.
What?
I got it.
So he and I kind of talked about it a little bit, so I can kind of brief you as far as that goes. But it's mostly what happened was a level 20 character kind of guy, or a demigod bad guy, hundreds of years ago, tried to open this portal to one of the other planes, and it worked, and all of these monsters and beasts came in and just started invading this whole continent. Well, the level 20 party that would have been fighting him off at the time, whoever that was, way back in the day, managed to get an enchantment around the continent so that the waters, the weather, everything like that, if you try to leave, it's like that scene in Moana where everything it is just pushing you or them back into the island. You can't leave.
Okay.
So monster, humanoid figure, you can't really leave this island supposedly without some kind of magical ability.
Okay.
But because it held monsters for so many hundreds of years, adventurers would go there to fight the monsters and bring back trophies and do all that kind of shit. So since then, people have gone there, not been able to leave, gone there and left. All kinds of different stuff has happened over the course of centuries, to the point that society still happens, but you'll have goblins running around, and you don't immediately look at them and be like, oh fuck, they're all thieves and they're gonna eat me or whatever, which that's kind of like Morgana's kind of racist view on goblins, because that's how a lot of goblins in Morgana are, is they run around in little packs and rob from people and steal from trains and shit. So it's all based on location. But now in Xelis, there aren't very many. Though it might still be weird for you guys, even though you've grown up there, it might still be weird for you to be like, holy shit, there's a fucking 10-foot tall creature trying to sell me flowers right now. That's just kind of how things have evolved. Like the same like jobs that you would expect any range of the normal races in D&D to be running, you will have monster races doing that. It's just kind of the norm. But that also means that there are still monsters that run around that can be found just kind of popping in and out because of the, how do I say, like the withered line between the material realm and the monster realm. So it's like because so much has happened that lining has gotten thinner and thinner. So every once in a while it'll have a little where it'll poop out a big monster and holy shit, it's like an instance happening or a random encounter. And wow, it's like, all right, so I know if I'm in this place at this time, this will happen, and it happens every 15 minutes. And then you watch as like 200 fucking characters all run up to this giant monster at the same time, spamming, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's like that kind of thing will happen. There's also a city where the Trask that I was talking about, the world-ending creature, it's a city built around the Trask, because as soon as you kill it, it regenerates back to life. So, like, they somehow, hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago, they managed to kill the Trask, but he came back to life and kept wrecking shit, so they had to find a way to pretty much just perpetually keep killing this thing, and keep killing it, let it come back to life, and keep killing it.
Oh, so it's kind of like a
living city.
Well,
they built it inside it, right?
It's like
outside.
It's like a massive city built on the outside of this creature.
The movie Curious Children, where she always has to kill that thing every day and reset the clock.
The peculiar kids. What is it?
I don't know what you're talking about. That sounds amazing.
There is a TV show where all these...
No, it's a movie.
It's a movie. It's and they have all these kids have different like little abilities or whatever. And the chick, the thing that comes and kills the kids or whatever and tries to steal their eyes or whatnot. She knows that it appears in this one location every day because she turns back time and relives the same day over and over. And she just walks over and right as it appears, kills it, finishes off, and then goes on about her day, just every day.
That's so nuts. What is this? You guys know about this? What the fuck is this?
It has the word peculiar in it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that. But yes, it is kind of like that, where the entire city is built around, like, skinning the monster and having, you know, terraced skin armor that's, you know, resistant to all magical damage or whatever. Like, so there's a city that's like that. One city will have a kraken that's
Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children.
Yeah, okay, that sounds familiar then.
Yeah.
I didn't know that was that. I thought that was like a nanny movie.
No, it's a really, really, really good movie.
Yeah?
They had made a second one.
There's a very good movie. I don't even know if they're planning on making a second one.
Huh?
I don't even know if they're planning on making a second one.
Oh, I thought they did.
I know
or maybe it's the makers of.
They have it set up. Let's see.
Also, we would like to state that we are not trying to challenge any of the other D&D shows.
Absolutely
It's just for fun.
Yeah.
We got into it so we could spend time with our kids.
Yep, and I love D&D and Critical Role.
And he's their uncle, so.
Yeah.
Why not?
Teach them things. Heavily inspired by Critical Role, so I mean, you'll hear stuff like the Taliesin Sea, and it's not gonna. You'll get it. You'll know that I'm not good at making up names. So, is there a second one? Did they say if there? Did you catch if there's a second one? Okay, just checking. So there's
came out in
also
2016, and none of the actors from the first one are slated for a sequel to the movie at all. So.
Did the people who make the movie come out with something?
They've come out with a couple new things
that's
coming
what I've
out. The
seen.
director has. I've even seen stuff from the makers of Miss Peregrine's. You know,
It's a really good movie. We should watch it.
It was worth watching.
I'd love to watch it. So there's like just to kind of keep up with like the examples of what kind of makes this place so different. There's a port town called Port Deadmouth, where a kraken, different than the sometimes popular culture kraken, but a kraken was beached and killed, and it's just this massive. It's like the picture of
massive
the
beast
Leviathan,
with
the basically the city built inside the carcass and outside the carcass.
Gotcha.
It's basically a port town where it got beached, and there was all this wreckage, and they're like, well, fuck it, we can't move it. If we just like magically embalm it, then maybe we can use it because of its protective layers.
Oh yeah, use it as partial cover, and also just to deal all of the stuff that it stole from other ships out of.
Yeah. They're still doing excavation where they're pulling stuff out of this kraken.
What is in the kraken's intestines?
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a whole ship.
It's like a cave. There's like, are you feeling lucky enough? Are you brave enough to go? You know, that kind of a thing. Like, to go do this? Like, yeah. A few other names of places, just while I have them, are Mustard Ranch, Winchester. I know, right? Mustard Ranch. I thought it was funny, but I was like, Colonel Mustard.
Mary's least favorite thing in the world. Mustard.
Blah.
Yeah. West Scrimshire is the name of a town. West Scrimshire. Or West Scrimshire. Port Sadiqa, Chartreuse, Bahir Valley, Smith's Holding, City of the Terraceville.
Are these all the different places that you're doing?
These are different cities within the continent.
I'm like trying to write these down.
Why are you doing that, dude? My bad. I'm just throwing that stuff at you.
Oh, I thought these were places that we needed to have knowledge of, that we knew there was such and such type of shops in this town or such and such shops in this town.
No. You'll find that out as you find it out.
So Coca House is the only one we know anything about.
Yes, and all you're really going to be worrying about. All you're going to be worrying about is basically bringing him back to Basilisk Pike.
Turn your drink. Other way.
There he goes. We would cut the label off of these if we didn't need the barcode to recycle.
Yep. I guess I could put like a well-wanted thing around my drink.
Ooh, water bottles.
We just need to get
sleeves
that Velcro that have Velcro strips on them, so you just go shrink Velcro around it, so it just
substitutes.
Yep. So
somebody write that down. I'll write it down.
Okay. Your character.
My character. We want the rest of my features.
Yes, let's get into the gunfighting. Sorry, we took a huge swing, but I wanted to get into that about the Urban Bounty Hunter.
Other than the Urban Bounty Hunter of having the contacts in other cities, my gunslinger has a fighting style for close quarters shooter. When making a ranged attack while within 5 feet of a hostile creature, you do not have a disadvantage on the attack roll. Your range attacks ignore half and 3/4 cover against targets within 30 feet of you, and you gain a +1 bonus to attack rolls on ranged attacks. So essentially, if they were within melee range, I can ignore you normally have a disadvantage if you're below range or beyond range, either or. You roll 2 dice and you take the lower one. With close quarter combat, if they're within 5 feet, I can ignore having to roll the disadvantage dice.
If you're within melee range, instead of using any kind of melee weapon, you can just pull a gun, pull one of your firearms, and let fire.
I can heal 1d10 plus my level of hit points as a bonus action once between rests.
Deadwood it. Sorry.
It's kind of like
Can I have
gunslingers.
the pen, please?
Usually, whenever this app says once between rests, that means short rest or long rest. So between short rests or between long rests, as long as you take a rest, you can do that again. But if it says once per day or once per long rest, then that means it's once per long rest, or once or every dawn this happens, kind of thing. That's
and along with that healing of 1d10 plus level as a bonus action once per rest, I also can take an extra action once between rests,
which is a strictly fighter feat.
Yeah, strictly fighter. That works very well with the gunslinger because of the next things we're getting into. There's a firearm proficiency. I can add my proficiency bonus to attacks made with firearms. Gunsmith. I can make proficiency with Tinker's tools and may use them to craft ammunition, repair damaged firearms, or even draft and create new firearms under the DM's discretion, as long as he says it's alright. You gain a number of grit points, equal to your wisdom modifier, minimum of 1. You can spend grit points to perform various shot attacks with firearms. An attack may only benefit from a single shot feature.
So, real quick, before he gets into the next part, which is going to be how to regain grit points, I'm going to go straight to, as a 3rd level fighter, gunslinger, he's only going to have 1 available grit action, which is the Deadeye Shot. He can spend 1 grit point to gain advantage on the next attack he makes on a firearm this round. Now, his wisdom modifier is a +4. So, his wisdom modifier is a +4, which means that he's going to start with 4 grit points, but he's only going to have 1 grit action to start off with, which is a little, it's alright, but the fact of the matter is, he's really only going to have 4 to 5 grit points to work with for a while until he starts getting further into it, so it's something that he's going to want to keep an eye on. Now, to regain grit points.
To regain grit points, you can do it in one of the following ways. If you get a critical hit with a firearm, you regain 1 spent grit point. Critical hits granted by conditions do not generate a grit. So if it's something that says you automatically, the next is automatically a critical strike, it doesn't give you a grit. Killing blow with a firearm. Each time you reduce a dangerous creature, DM's discretion on what's considered dangerous. Obviously, shooting the mouse in the corner, he's not dangerous. I don't get it for that.
It's most likely going to be anything, because it's the last kill in the last big kill in a battle is the how do you want to do this, or the big kill of the battle is how do you want to do this. It would be something like that. Like if it is the thing that is causing you the most problems. If it was the axe beak, for example, and you had 2 axe beaks coming at you, if you killed one of the axe beaks with a killing blow, I would give you a grit point back.
But wouldn't it be anything that is attacking you that's trying to cause harm?
Again, dude, I mean, by level 3, for your level 3, a kobold could run up to you.
Yeah, so I mean, essentially a kobold, if I kill it, it could potentially give me a grit point back?
No, what I'm saying is that's not necessarily dangerous. Like, he has standard starting out, a kobold
It can kill me, but it's not necessarily dangerous.
You are
losing my life makes me seem a little like it's dangerous.
You are a level 3 going off a 1/8 CR rating kobold who has like 11 hit points and an 11 AC, where you're like starting out. Swing that over to your, what's your attack modifier for your pistol is a +6. So if you get a 5 or higher on your roll, you're going to hit that kobold. And if you literally roll a 3, no, I'm sorry, if you roll a 5 or higher on that on the damage die, there's a good chance that you're going to kill him.
Because it does damage.
So it's just it's going.
Yeah.
You'll know, and I'm not gonna give you the shaft and be like, no, that wasn't a dangerous creature. Like, I mean, if he's really trying to get you, you get it.
So
back.
what if the mouse scares him and is running after him because there's like a piece of cheese on the other side of him?
Then that mouse is going to turn into a weremouse and eat his face off, because if a
mouse is running at me, I'm a goblin.
Yeah.
If he runs at me, then that mouse is
because there's a piece
stupid.
of cheese on the other side.
Then I'm going to eat the mouse.
Yeah. You got to play like a. Got to make sure you play like a goblin a little bit. I'll send you I'll make sure that you have the goblin like thing and like
grab it, rip its head off, and stuff, and squeeze it into my drink.
Okay. Yeah.
I'm a goblin. I'm a goblin.
Yeah.
Not necessarily adult, but it's adult.
I'm a goblin.
Okay, you're a goblin. Do you see where the kids get it from?
I know,
I'm a goblin. Do you want me to be a dwarf named Jerome?
That was him. That was not me.
But so not only the killing blow, but all the special shot I can do starting out is just the one.
The Deadeye Shot. You gain advantage.
Which is Deadeye Shot. Mm-hmm. Now I won't get into the later ones, but for example, there is some pretty interesting ones later where you can disarm somebody, you can stun them, little things like that. So there's specialty shots like that, explosive shot, that ends up making the gunslinger have that crazy versatility that you'll look for in a class instead of just being one direction. I pull out a gun and I shoot shit.
One direction. You can have a name for your starter pistol?
I have not yet.
We have to name our weapons.
No.
No,
I was just asking because he's a weird ass little goblin
gunslinger probably would.
Yeah, I call this one Charisse, and this one is fucking. I can't even.
Bonnie.
I'm not.
You should call it one flower and one wax.
What is it in Thor Ragnarok? I call this one Death and this one Destruction.
No, this one's Dez and this one's Troy, because when I put them together,
they destroy.
That one's good.
Yeah. So I mean, you know.
So I might steal that from my inspiration from the Thor movies.
You won't catch any heat from me. Well, look who it is! Right on time for messing stuff up.
But
hey, you're live on WD20's Rolling a High. How are you? Ow, damn. Oh man. Apparently.
Anyway, for our viewers, my armor proficiencies are for light, medium, or heavy armor, or shields, so I can use about any type of armor. My weapon proficiencies are the simple weapons, martial weapons, and firearms. My tool proficiencies is a thieves' tools. I have a dice set and tinker's tools, and the tinker's tools is what I use to craft new firearms or make ammunition. And based on from what I read from, and the DM can correct me, but the making ammunition it costs me half as much as it would to go actually buy the ammunition in the shop. So
nice.
It's literally half the price.
That's cool.
The gunslinger thing has a list for ammunition for each item or for each weapon too.
Yeah.
So that's something to keep in mind. Not all bullets work for all the same things.
There's different ammo for different guns. Language is known. I know Common and Goblin. I'm starting out with leather armor. I am range weapon heavy. I have a longbow, a heavy crossbow, or hand crossbow, a heavy crossbow, a light crossbow, and then I have my arrows and bolts. I actually have nothing melee-wise.
Nice.
So far, so good.
Which is fine, though, because I also have Fury the Small and my close quarter combat. My close quarter combat will allow me to use my range if they're within 5 meters as if it's a melee. So it doesn't really change a whole lot for my character, which is kind of an interesting thing for the Gunslinger. You can actually equip yourself completely with ranged weapons and use one of those weapons as a melee range.
Yeah.
Because of that ability. I have my Dungeoneer's pack, a set of clothes, and my standard pouch. Other than that, I don't really have a whole lot figured out about Kari. I know that with him being an urban bounty hunter, that I've always been just the constant traveler. Since I'm now at the point, my character is going to be based around at the coming of age, and I think I'm going to try to work to where I come from a line of bounty hunters, like my father was a bounty hunter or my grandfather was a bounty hunter or whatever, and now that I'm coming to age, I'm headed to essentially to Cocohell to specifically get my first as a man bounty and make a name for myself.
Yeah.
Because I mean, that, in my opinion, as a bounty hunter, that's kind of what everybody wants. Everybody that wants to become a bounty hunter or something like that is going to be a person that wants to essentially make a name for themselves, so when you have such and such hunting you, good luck.
Yeah.
You know, kind of thing. Or the person that everybody, can you please try to find this person? I can trust that you're going to accomplish this.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's where I sit with Kari.
Sounds wonderful.
My charisma, I have no specialties to my charisma. My charisma is a score of 10. I am
not much of a talker.
Not much of a talker.
Not much of a talker.
My character is going to have a personality that's very different than my normal personality.
Yeah.
And he's probably going to be fairly short. I say what I need to when I need to. Other than that, I don't talk. I'll let my actions speak my words.
Let my actions.
Pew 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 pew. Just like that.
Yes. I like it.
But yeah. So we went through everything.
Reload 4, misfire 1.
Yeah, that's a lot of fun.
So you'll be able to shoot 4 times in one action.
In one action? Is that how that works?
Your reload score for your pistol is 4, which means that you can shoot 4 times in one attack.
But each shot counts as an action.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you can get 4 shots
So you
off.
get 4 attacks, and then
you can use your extra action per rest or whatever to reload in case you need to be shooting it as soon as combat starts the next round.
Or next round I have to use the action to reload.
That's why
And
when it's a
move.
dangerous creature, it's got to be a danger. Because, if you're riding into a wagon, all of a sudden a kobold runs up, first thing he's going to do, boom, 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 and like, okay.
What's up, bitches?
If you hit with 2 of those, that's a dead lizard in the middle of the road, bro. I'm just saying. So
see that I had read it wrong. I had read it that every shot that you take, every shot costs an action.
maybe you're right.
And then
Maybe you shouldn't have corrected me.
Then-
Fire can be fired. A weapon. The weapon can be fired a number of times equal to its reload score before you must spend 1 attack or
Okay,
one
yeah.
action
No,
to reload.
he's right.
then
You must
he's right.
have 1 free-handed.
I read it wrong.
New and volatile technology. Some properties are followed by a
That
number.
makes
This number
much meaner.
These properties replace the optional ones. Or at least, that's how we're going to do it for now. That's how you have the weapon.
So what it looks like to me,
Got it.
from what you're saying, is you spend 1 action to fire up to
4 times.
your reloads, up to your reload. So if it says 4, you do 4, and then you have so on and so forth.
Mm-hmm.
But you cannot change the style of your shot, as I guess like my grit, what I spend my grit for, except for once per action spent. Because I just did read that once per action spent you can use, so you can't double up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you definitely can't double up.
I can't use my
But
first
only-
bullet for disarm, my second bullet for
But only
dead
one
shot.
But only one of those shots
Does the action.
Yeah. you
And that's
get-
per action spent. So every other turn, essentially, I would be able to do a specialty shot. 1 shot, do my specialty shot. Next turn, I spend an action to reload. The next turn, I spend for another specialty shot plus my full-out barrage.
Boom! Sorry, I was reading quick
Blah.
chat. It just made me think of.
Blah, 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 blah.
So that's mostly Kari Dabarak's little setup as a gunfighter. I don't think that there was anything.
Did you
else.
do that to your hat? Or did it come like that?
The P underneath?
Yeah.
I think it came like that.
Yeah, it came like that. This is a Christmas present from a Secret Santa at Lucky's about four years ago. Oh my god. I'm old! These hands are the hands of an old man! Anyway.
But yeah, so from what I understand, we're on the continent Zealous. Pretty much, to expand the GM a little bit, I think of my backstory, see if he thinks this is alright. Pretty much I'm going to base around, I come from a family of bounty hunters. Like my father was a bounty hunter, my grandfather was a bounty hunter.
So
I'm deeply rooted as an urban bounty hunter.
you're blue blood.
And with me being,
Blood.
me coming to coming of age and at that cusp of manhood, that is specifically the reason why I'm going to Cocoa Hell. I'm going to Cocoa Hell to take on my first bounty
This is your first bounty.
as a man.
Okay. Alright. I don't know, man, because you're
First major bounty. Like I've done bounties with groups. I've done small name bounties of little guys that had, this guy stole something or whatever. Yeah. This is a
What
guy.
do they call it when you're like job shadowing? You're the
Apprentice.
the understudy.
Yeah.
Yep.
I was kind of doing the stuff with the group up until this, and this I saw an opportunity that Cocoa Hell has a lot of big names looking to shell out decent money for bounty hunters. So I thought that was a good place to start.
No. You have arrived in Cocoa Hell in order to come and pick up this dude. You were in Basilisk Pike.
And heard about this from my buyer.
Yeah. You heard about it from your guild.
My guild
Yeah.
that I have to come up with a name for still.
Yeah. Basilisk Pike is like the scavenger place, like you.
Is that where the guild's home base is? Is in Basilisk
Yeah,
Pike?
yeah.
Okay.
It's like it's the main base for your guild, and it's kind of right along the track from Cocoa Hell. I would say that you've probably done quite a few. You've done enough bounties to get yourself to level 3.
Yeah.
And right before you got to level 3, you kind of started tinkering a little bit. You made your first firearm. It worked. You tested it. It still works. And you're like, hell yeah, I don't need anybody else's help now. Everybody saw that you had that skill set, and so they're like, you know, you seem like you could handle this you could handle a pretty decent one all on your own. And so this would be like your first major solo mission.
Okay, so
no partners, no whatever.
Under the story, then I'm not getting my bounty from Coco Hell. I'm going to Coco Hell to find out.
You're going to Coco Hell to get Zatchet.
Zatchet. Okay, that's where he's located.
Yes,
okay, that's what
Bell Rock is in there.
Okay.
Is in.
Okay.
Is in Coco Hell.
That helps a lot. And that's the reason why I'm meeting her in Coco Hell, because she's also going to Coco Hell because she heard that this guy's at Coco Hell.
Yeah. He is an AWOL soldier who used to work for the he was a soldier of the Chalice and under Baron Jevi, and Belrock went in.
Baron Jevi. Like it.
He went in and stole the brooch of Dexamera from the vaults, and then bailed when AWOL.
Now, the Soldier of the Chalice. I know that, like, Coco Hell don't have a guard, and some of the other towns don't have a guard, but Soldier of the Chalice is pretty much like the guard for the continent Zealots.
It is one
like
of there are a few different there's
these branches, essentially.
Sort of, yes.
Oh, okay, cool. Cool.
So, just there are different branches. They have different associations for whomever is their leader. Baron Jevi is the Baron of the Chalice, basically. So, where's it going with that? Oh, so he, Belrock, the Hobgoblin soldier, formerly of the Chalice, stole the relic and bailed and went to Coco Hell in order to because it was a haven for him. It was his Basilisk Pike. He knows people in Coco Hell. They accept him there. They are willing to look out for him, kind of a thing. And it's expected that's you should be ready to anticipate that once you get there.
Gotcha.
So yeah, and again, you guys are gonna bump into each other and meet that way. This is not gonna be you don't know each other. You're not meeting up with her in order to collaborate. This is an accidental bumping into.
Yeah, post it.
Until what are you looking for?
I'll post it.
Oh.
Ready, got some.
Pulling some out for myself because I'll need them. So yeah, I mean you'll be able to go to Coco Hell and kind of look around and find him, get him out, or get him moving out of the town, get him on his own, somehow get him away from the town, and then do your work with him. Or you can slaughter him in the streets and do with that what you will. Now, let the record show that not all of the Coco Hellions are all on the same team. There's a lot of infighting happening, and so there could be people in the town that are looking to see the end to somebody like him. So there are plenty of options once you get there, but just know that once you get in there, and once the town finds out that you're going after him, there's basically a ticking time bomb just waiting to go off once they find out you're going after him. So.
Gotcha. So even though we're going to Coco Hell to get him, he's well established in Coco Hell as kind of their Robin Hood or whatever, that they kind of look up for him and want to protect him. So he's not necessarily
not necessarily that per se. They know him. They've known him for a long time, and so they're going to look out for him before they look out for a random bounty hunter and some.
They'll warn him.
Yeah.
A lot better than. Gotcha.
It's the same thing that usually Basilisk's Pike would do for you. If you showed up and you're like, hey, I'm back, and there's a whole crowd of people coming after me, they'll be like, fucking arm up, let's do this kind of thing. So
can't see it at all.
Needs a marker. So for you and your background and stuff, whatever happened before you got your powers, I'm gonna kind of let that entirely be up to you and kind of when your powers went and whatnot. But you were a hermit for a while because you didn't want your powers to affect anybody else. Kind of like Jean Grey in the Phoenix. Kind of like
Firestorm.
Hmm?
Kind of like Firestorm.
Firestorm, kind of like Carrie, kind of like fucking Rogue. You got these powers, and you were afraid of hurting people, so you went to be a hermit all by yourself and like learn things and figure out how to use your powers so you can hurt people. And we're gonna say that you basically spent a lot of time in your hermitage, training yourself, learning, getting yourself to that third level, basically, like I was saying with him. Just so
I
you're
don't
a
like
little more
that
proficient.
word. Hermitage.
Hermitage? You do
I
or
don't like
don't?
that word. That word's so awesome.
And then you
Get your ass back to your hermitage.
Back into town. There's lots of edges. But you basically got to level 3 and kind of started realizing that you've been humming this song. You don't know the song at all.
Okay.
You don't know. Some of the words escape you, but the tune is just like stuck in your head. And like some nights,
all about that bass. No hermits. All about that.
Some nights you notice that it's a little louder in
Shut
your
up.
ears, depending on what, like the moon or the sun might be. You're not really sure, but it's just you have this tune. You can pick it out. If you heard somebody else singing it, or you heard or somebody playing a riff in a song, and it's like do 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 do, and that was the riff, you'd be like, man, that sounded exactly like that song. Like it's one of those things that will pull you out of anything. And basically, what happened was you had a dream that you were entering this tomb, and by singing the song, the doors opened, and so you went looking for this tomb of the lost muse, which you believe from the places that you've been and the people that you've talked to, you believe that Zatchet Belrock is the closest person who's going to be able to help you find where that is, or at least lead you there, make you a map, lead you to somebody else who can lead you there, something like that. So that's why you're after it.
I cannot spell my own goddamn name.
As far as like what happened to your family, parents, whether they know that you went off on your hermitage, if they're okay, whether you accidentally burned down a whole town, whatever your
kicked me out.
Yeah, like whether you were exiled or you did it all on your own. That's gonna.
And they respected my decision.
Yeah. I mean, and they all look forward to you coming back and like saving
Fire
the town or
Anna.
something.
That's what you are.
Huh?
You're Fire Anna.
Yep.
Your name is Anastriana, and it has everything to do with fire, compared to Anna, who had everything to do with ice in the movie Frozen.
That's Elsa.
Oh.
Anna's the sister.
You're the sister that gets fire power, and your sister had frozen
I should
power.
so have a Frozen background.
It's up to you.
My character looks nothing like Anna. At all.
Hey, doesn't have to. Backgrounds can be the same. I mean,
Deadshot.
Jesus wasn't a white man, you know?
I want to roll a Deadshot roll check on Olaf.
On Olaf. You meet an abominable Yeti.
Every time she brings him out,
What,
give me my grip point.
Big Summer Blowout?
Big Summer Blowout. Yoo-hoo, Big Summer Blowout.
You're gonna make me watch this fucking movie, aren't you? I hate you guys. I'm gonna have to. Oh man, I made it all the way through Christmas and didn't see it. How did you guys do that to me?
Because we haven't watched it in a year.
We watch
or two.
Frozen during Easter time, not during Christmas time.
It's not a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it was released.
It's a spring movie.
Yeah, it was released in.
It's when it goes from ice to summer. Lawyered.
I made a mistake. I made a huge mistake.
I'll allow it. Now my Hunter's Guild.
hear that?
The green foreskins.
What?
I'm trying to come up with a name for my Hunters Guild, and I'm just eliminating. I'm eliminating.
Foreskins, yes!
I'm eliminating certain ones to not be used, and the
We're 4 and we play with our shirts off.
goblin foreskins and green foreskins both come up first because I play dice and drink my mead shirtless.
You're the worst.
With my 4 friends.
Wouldn't be with your 3 friends?
Yeah, it's 4 of us total.
How about greenback hunters? Greenback like money? That wouldn't make sense because we don't have green money. And zealous, it's all coins. Oh man, my eyes are producing an insane amount of nasty. Just keep itching.
Like, night,
Well, yeah,
sleep.
yeah. Every time I check it, there's like a little tiny itty bitty baby bit of gunk or whatever, and that's all I can feel. But it's like they keep itching right when it produces that nasty ass shit. What are you humming?
I'm just trying to think of a good hunter's name. Good Hunters Guild. I was thinking about calling them the Hunter's Mark. The Birds of Prey. Or not birds, we're goblins.
Huh? The turds of prey.
Could call us the Iron Collar.
You guys are gonna be so mad
The G-men.
Thursday. Language barriers are fun, aren't they?
But
Sorry, I'm so excited for Thursday. Like, there's gonna be a moment where you guys go.
Since I'm Carrie Davarak and I'm high all the time, we could be the Hyman.
You should!
Oh my God.
Yes, please!
Smoke and mirrors.
That's a good one.
Because you know, I mean,
like the Hyman.
Of course you like the Hyman. My wife.
it's not gonna work.
Fan of the Hyman.
Because I mean, it's not. You were the only gunslinger in the whole group. Needless to say.
so
I mean, and it's like bounty hunters. So I'm thinking like, okay, like rangers and rogues and like maybe like a warlock, like that kind of thing. So it'd be like smoke and mirrors, like fucking Mysterio. Which the mystery game.
could call them puzzles.
Dude,
Smoking puzzles. Smoking puzzles. You do smoking puzzles. No, I don't like smoking puzzles. The more I said it, the weirder it sounded.
Puzzle mirror. Now we're just thinking of band names. Okay.
Puzzled smoke.
Did you try to Google like bounty hunter? Here, I got this. I got this. D&D 5e bounty hunter guild name generator. I typed too many things.
I have guild name generators.
Guild name generator. Bounty hunter.
Desiree, do you want some coffee?
I would drink some coffee. Why, thank y'all. Cool pirate empire names? I didn't want that.
Bite-sized switchblades.
Bite-sized switchblades. Oh, so you went to the hunter's mark.
How's that? The D&D
the Reddit group,
yeah, I saw that and I was like, that's a WoW guild name right there.
Department of Imminent Contract Enforcement.
You should literally do the Hyman and just type it Hi Men. I like it.
Kari and the Hyman.
No, again, it sounds like a band. I would go for the Hyman. But like, oh well, I mean, it was like the
High Men's Guild.
yeah, it was like the Hyman's Guild.
You put it together too
Hyman-
much.
Hyman-
The High Men's Guild.
Hyman's true. Because you guys are really, I mean, are you really like a guild though? No, because like a guild is like for like rogues. This is like your like the FBI.
Like hunters have guilds too, though. Like there's a hunters guild, a sorcerer's guild.
Yeah, but those are also classes of jobs. In Minecraft.
Fighters guild.
That's also a class, not a job. I'm talking about like
Bounty Hunters Club.
Yeah,
the Highmen's Society.
The Highman Society.
Yeah.
You pay
I would say you guys are. It's like the Kingsmen. It's like the Highman Society.
All I can think of is the Poet Society.
Right. No, that's fine. No, that's okay. You're just not.
So we're
dead.
just gonna stick with the Hymen.
Hymen Society, but you're one of the Hymen.
I'm one of the
defenders. The Hymen defenders.
I am
the Hymen hunters.
I am the Hymen hunter.
Your group.
I am Kari, the Hymen hunter.
No, you come on, man. You're one of the Hymen hunters.
I'm Kari, one of the Hymen hunters, one of the best.
You hunt for the Hymen Society. The Hymen Society is like the bunch of royals that distribute your. It's like Charlie for Charlie's Angels, the Hymen Society, and you are a Hymen hunter.
And I keep getting blocked from my mission.
You shut the fuck up, dude. I swear to God. I hate you.
For some reason, I just can't puncture through.
So, we need to buy more coffee.
This bush keeps growing back. There's so many jokes we can go with this.
Stop it.
Out in the wild.
Stop.
Rolling high. Ladies and gentlemen, rolling high. My name is Kari Davarak. I am one of the Hymen. I hunt for the Hymen Society. I am the ultimate guard of the Hymen.
Next time I'm just gonna have all this stuff planned out. Be like, this is the name of your stuff. This is what it's gonna be.
And then we have an enemy group that is always hunting us called the Hymen Collector.
Hymen Collector.
World building over.
The DM is gonna kill my character first.
That are clean.
You hear me? The DM's gonna kill my character session fucking 0 because you come up with the name Hymen for the crew.
Why? It's such a good name. Hymen.
Uh-huh.
What?
No, I didn't say anything.
Don't spell it like Hymen.
No. See, High Man Society, High Man Hunter. It's gonna be real fun. Enunciating clearly. Gator Snatch.
I am 100% sure you can break through this barrier to be able to talk about Hymen Society with clarity and punctuality.
I'm no virgin.
Because you're ready. Well, that's good. That's good because, you know, it can get tough and things can get messy.
Wait. Sorry, we needed a pregnant pause.
Oh, that makes sense. That makes sense. Especially that happens when you break the silence of the Hymen.
Okay, so
So we've been doing this for a while. Can you check to make sure we're still going good?
We are going strong. Or are we not moving at all?
Shit.
Well, how come I'm moving on this screen?
Because that one's not.
just connected. Move on this one.
Were we frozen?
Yeah, we were just frozen in this frame because I hit save so many darn times.
Okay, so I've wrote down my Hymen Society.
Okay, so
It is Hymen Society, right?
Hi.
High Men Society. It's 3 words. You are a High Men.
High Man Hunter.
Yes, you're a High
High
Man,
Man Hunter.
which is
High
High
Goblin
Man
Hunter.
is 1 word.
High Male Goblin
That is as
Hunter.
far. The Wee Man Woman Hating Club.
Which goes along. That is the protesters to the
Oh my
Hymen
gosh.
Society.
Can't stop us here. We're way too frosty. I don't know what that even means or was supposed to mean. Okay, so
Hashtag Hymen Lives Matter.
Quick Fic is now following you. What? Is that like quick fiction?
Make it happen, viewers.
What?
Jump on Twitter. Hashtag Hyman Lives Matter.
We are so close to being able to give away free stuff.
Two more people follow. And we start
It'd be
doing
kind of cool if we could give away like D&D stuff.
Oh, I plan to. They may not be like high-end gold-plated auto 20 rolling.
We can get. I mean, we could probably
dice sets, but we
table loot or tabletop loot. They're the ones that I got my. Encounter did a thing. Encounter Roleplay did a thing with them, and I got my Sapphire Blue.
Now I am sure that there is a D&D gift box, right?
Probs.
What are you talking about?
I mean, like
box
you
for
have a
everything.
yeah. That is true.
I just seen a box for home decoration.
Yeah, that you've got
thought it was really
you've got boxes for shave clubs and Funko Pops and Marvel and
Sex toys,
and I've even seen some pretty decent cannabis ones. I saw a dab box
Where they give you
where they
pipes.
give you like new nails and stuff like that. I wonder if there's a D&D box.
Fix
my shit. What's wrong with my shit?
No, fix your posture.
Let me fix my pocket. Alright, you over here. Fucking getting ready for fucking tea time. Hold a book on my head.
So like a D&D loot crate?
Yeah, like a loot crate. Like, that's exactly what I was looking for.
Yeah.
I wonder if there's a D&D loot crate. Because one thing that we could do too is we could do a...
loot crate. Loot crate is the D&D loot crate.
Yeah, but I want one that just gives just D&D stuff.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You would have like dice.
You always get a set of dice.
A pad of players' character sheets.
Dungeon
stuff like
Crate starts at $34 a month.
That's not bad.
Mythord starts at $29.
Can you do single month?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Probably, but
yeah,
check
you'd
this out.
absolutely be able
Dice
to.
Envy. The core of every good D20 based game is the dice. Dice Envy makes sure you select beautiful and rare. Make sure to select beautiful and rare dice made from high quality wood or metal, especially for role playing games. You can receive just 1 die or 5 to 8 dice depending on your dedication to the game. New themes every month. Starts at $5 a month.
Nice.
$5 is cheaper than any set of dice that I've seen, but that might be just to get 1 die.
Yeah, but even if it's $5 a month for 1 die, then essentially I can maybe talk to this company or whatnot and see if we can set up an account with them directly, and we can do giveaways and be like, well, this person wins a 1-year set that'd come out to $60 for a year, you know, and it cost us $60, and obviously, you know, we're going to be using a lot of just what we bring in, giving back to the community and whatnot, and maybe give somebody, they get 12 dice out of it. You get 1 new one every month. That just,
That'd be kind of cool because it's kind of like a gift that keeps giving. It's like the date idea with the kids, which I got to do. This month's almost over. Shit.
So the full subscription for Dungeon Crate comes with game accessories, dice, modules, miniatures, terrain pieces, dice bags, and more. RPG accessories every month. It's $45 or more value, but it's $36. Some people are like, it's not worth it. Some people are like, it is worth it.
Of course, there's always going to be that.
Yeah.
I've seen people. Did you know? This threw me off. I saw a ton of complaints about the Avengers Infinity War loot crate that was released. And the loot crate came with an exclusive pop. It came with an exclusive shirt. It came with a Stormbreaker keychain that was made out of pewter.
Oh, wow.
It came with a bunch of collector-like cards of each one of the Avengers. And then it came with a book, the Infinity War, synopsis graphic novel or whatever. And it was a $25 loot crate box. And people were throwing a good fit about it.
Really?
The exclusive pop alone was selling for $30 on Amazon.
Of course it was. It's
an
exclusive fucking pop.
and so you got one item that's worth $30 right off the bat if you don't open it. Go sell that bitch on Amazon. You got your crate back, and you get a pewter Stormbreaker and a shirt and all the other cool boy stuff. And I think it came with a mug too. I think it came with like a little coffee mug that looked like the Infinity Gauntlet.
Nice.
I'd have fucking snagged it up just for that. I'm just saying.
You know what I mean? Well, look at the what was it? Marvel Studios down at Disney or whatever had the drink cups that There's an Infinity Gauntlet, had the cup already built into it like this, so you held the cup like this. You literally put your hand inside the gauntlet.
Oh, yeah.
It had a cup that had a straw and you drink out of. And it was an exclusive cup they were selling there.
Finish off the gross.
Yeah. Yeah, the gross be gone.
And I saw them for sale on Amazon for like $100 a fucking piece for these. Just like when you go to Holiday World and they've got the special Holiday World cup with the big huge spinny straw or whatever, you know, it's like, it was nothing special. It was just a cup made with Gauntlet, but people were paying $100 for it because it's exclusive, you know. But yeah,
we're definitely the kind of people that would want to own something like that, but we don't really want to pay $100 for it.
Right, you know, and the reason why I'd want to own it is specifically so I can just put it up as decoration. I do plan on still getting the Infinity Gauntlet. I still plan on getting the Thor hammer. I plan on getting some of that stuff just specifically for background for the stream. Baby, you are ballsy.
I know.
We have the best rack I've ever seen on a person with so much balls. Coming over here and pouring your pot of coffee right over the top of your player sheets and your journal and shit like that.
All the stuff.
That's just craziness. My baby's gone crazy.
No, I'm fucking up.
But yeah, I'm excited to get into a bit of it. I mean, I'm not gonna go. I think on the notes side of the other campaign that we have going on Thursdays, right? It's Thursdays.
Thursdays.
Yes.
Thursday
On that one,
for Critical Role.
Gandrel, my other character, I think I'm gonna go heavy on him writing a journal and his adventures going through and like a personal.
This one, not so much.
I think this one is just gonna have personal notes for me to just improv what's going on and whatnot. And yeah, this.
Could I also use your phone?
No.
Start getting it loaded up with the necessary equipment so you can have the same.
Just whatever you do, don't look at Larry's text messages.
Well, that seems super easy to do.
To not look at them?
Yes.
You think this,
Oh,
but
God.
shit randomly just pops up.
I know. No, I'm scared.
I'm so gonna text your phone now.
Don't.
Don't do it. Is this picture just a dick? Just bloop.
Bam!
Not even his. Not like anybody's. Like somehow you found an emoji dick, and it's just like
It's just a GIF. that is-
hubby. Bloop, bloop, bloop. Yeah.
Hubby is calling. Hubby is calling. Hubby is calling.
No, I need one that does the helicopter.
Oh man. I should have seen that coming. Gross.
How does it feel? You
That's
know
the
your
name
best
of your
friend so
sex tape.
much, you know. You know what he does. naked.
Only because it somehow it gets discussed so much. I love it. It's great. I love it. It's great. I love it.
He loves when your penis does the helicopter.
That's. I mean, I guess that could be how that's taken. I'll accept it. I love being.
Roll initiative.
Show you initiative. Export character. Consider it exported. Drive.
He's getting busy over there.
Last modifier.
What time is it?
The time is 2:31.
Okay, good. I thought it was like 3:30. Because that seems like 3:30 traffic.
Jawfields. Alright, let's see. Link sharing. Copy link. Oh man, I'm still gonna go. Oh fuck, I still gotta go to your texts. This is gonna be like a danger zone. Here we go.
Blam!
That's your ringtone for my texts.
Why don't you just delete it out of your text on your side?
Because I haven't yet. I keep meaning to, but I haven't.
We're not gonna tell you what it is, viewers.
It's actually a picture of my balls.
Excuse me?
I believe it.
I have no pictures of your balls. Don't go telling my hubby I do.
I was implying that your hubby was the one that sent it to you.
No, I'm I'm the one that sent it to him.
Oh God, no! It's my bad. I take back everything. What was I doing? My brain doesn't work anymore.
That just happened.
Just happened.
Live. You saw it here.
Import, apply.
Oh damn.
Do you want some of that CBD rub?
Might not be a bad idea. But I don't want it on my hands.
I don't want it on my hands. I'm drinking coffee.
Yeah, that means that you're already doing something gross.
I like coffee. Shut up.
Well, I'll be damned. Look at all your stuff here. Holy shit, that makes me feel good. Oh, son of a bitch. I forgot to put all the spells in there.
Okay.
But yeah, no. Everything's fine. I just saw your boobs. No, I'm just kidding.
That's funny, because that's not what it's a picture of.
I
It's a
mean,
picture of my boobs.
Harry.
Me like this.
it's your butt. With a bra around it.
I've seen those
that's
pictures
really funny.
before. They're fucking hilarious.
Do you have the post-its with the spells that I wrote down for you?
You.
Why you double you?
I need gloves.
Get your gloves on. Oh, butts. Alright, so let's see. We said firebolts.
Oh, gross. I'm not allowed to take my shirt off because I'm on stream.
Yeah, no nipples, bud.
They would throw a fit about
Tape
that.
over your nipples.
That'd be fun to watch.
I'll take off my shirt. And then when they ban my stream, then I will sue Twitch and then show them that I was born without nipples. So I can be shirtless because I don't have nipples. So I don't have nipples to show.
You have baby nipples, honey.
No.
They're still there. You have to dig through all the hair, but they're still there.
They're still there, bro.
I would literally make them be like, show me where you saw nipple.
Yeah. You saw shape. No.
You may be able to imply that there's nipples there, but you didn't fucking see
Did you
them.
just imply my nipples?
Did you just imply my nipples? Like seriously.
The existence of these nipples here.
I don't appreciate.
That you called me a nipple having person.
I don't appreciate you assuming my nipple identity.
Oh shit.
Oh, that's great.
Donkey shame, baby.
So let's find you a 5e spell book.
Make it fun.
Yeah. Make it so. 4.5, 4.5, 4.6. What am I gonna do with that?
I don't want it to do that. Did it hurt your pee?
I got this feeling
Deep in my bone.
inside my pants. It's like electric.
Burning.
That's fucking terrible, dude.
That's what happens when you use
Tap here to use your
Biofreeze.
Does that all the time.
Biofreeze.
Freeze!
Accidentally touch things you're not supposed to.
Hi, elf. Hi, elf.
I'm the highest of the high elves.
Oh yeah? Well, I'm a hymen hunter.
See, look, I'm a high elf and he's a hymen hunter. Perfect. Good thing I'm a woman.
Are you saying that as a good thing I'm a woman? Or are you saying that as a whew, good thing I'm a woman?
Shoot, good thing I'm a woman because you're a high man hunter.
I'm the man, but I hunt.
But it sounds like high man hunter, so you're hunting any man that's high, and I'm a woman, so even though I'm high, you're not gonna hunt me.
We're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that for the DM's protection. Circle of protection spell on the DM.
My brain hurts.
Just fucking with ya.
13 plus 5. never used this app before, so that's cool. But it can't be too difficult if it's working so far.
This is actually one of the few shows that we've not had anybody chat at all. Like, we haven't had any chatter.
Might have something to do with the fact that I'm not plopping stuff up in the chat myself.
None of the Nightbot stuff is...
Activity. Just something else open for this.
Okay, so now we need to watch Frozen. We have to watch...
Pitch Black.
What's Pitch Black?
It's the Chronicles of Riddick. The first one with Vin Diesel, where he's on the planet and all the creatures come out at night.
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Because we're on a continent of monster.
What was the other one that you did that I was like, now I want to watch that?
Peculiar Children.
Yeah, that one. And then now we need to watch, what is the last one you just did? Oh, Halloween.
Why Halloween?
Because he did the Activia, and the woman who does the Activia is Jamie Lee Curtis.
That is one hell of a connection there, Scoob.
How? I mean, who doesn't look at Jamie Lee Curtis and automatically think Halloween? Who?
I think
I do, but I don't automatically look at Activia
as Jamie Lee Curtis.
JamieLee Curtis. No,
really?
I don't.
Oh, that's all I grew up with. Her being the Jamie Lee Curtis. Was
I believe it. I believe
the face of.
When I think of Activia, I think of
Sheldon Cooper.
Big Bang Theory. When Raj brought
See, I might think of it now more like that.
Game night.
You said that.
As a snack for game night.
Be regular? Who said that? Don't be regular.
I said that.
Don't be regular.
Unique.
Activia makes you be regular.
So bad now.
So, the church that was over by our old house in Cam Lane.
Yes.
They had a sign that was always on their Pokemon. It wasn't up when we were there, but it was on their Pokemon, like when somebody went and took pictures for their Pokemon spins.
Yeah.
And it was, bloom where you're planted. It was like, no. Bloom where you should, or where you go.
Yeah.
Let your land. Let your pollen blow out to wherever it can get to, and bloom where you land there, and then.
And I always disagreed with it every time I read it.
Yep.
All the times. Inside my head.
You're welcome.
Make way, make way. That's gonna be my my tune. Make way, make way.
That was what it was gonna be. was the medley.
Awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Kid, honestly, I could go on and on. I could explain every natural phenomenon.
Oh, should we do that one or should we do the
Village? Just messing around. I go in there.
Huh?
I was reading it. It said spells already in there.
So what is a takeaway?
Should we do that one or the villain song?
Nope, it's too late. I had already had it planned for it.
Poor unfortunate souls. So sad.
Okay.
Please. Do I help them?
How much do you think Speedway would charge if I took my big bottle and filled it up with their...
Go take the big Speedway cup that we bought. It's like the 50,
Oh, no. Yeah, no, you can't do that. That's a cup. Yeah, you're allowed to do that. But I'm talking about taking my...
Take it and go fill it up with the French vanilla.
And then pour it into my thingy.
The big fucking Speedway cup.
That's brilliant.
How much they would charge?
So for
it would be a coffee... a coffee refill.
No, it would be a... I don't know if they call it... Because it's a... what is it? A pitcher?
The coffee repubs are still...
It's a whole pot of coffee. There we go.
Oh, yeah.
No refills like that.
So when you open up the app, this is what you'll see. On a strand of Starflower, you click on that. Make sure you're on Prepared at the top, and those are your things. You click on it, it'll tell you exactly what to do.
We are well wanted consuming legal cannabis in medical Michigan, staying lifted and planting the seed for a better future. We invite you to chill, chat, and cheat with our crew. So spark that bud.
So when you add it, it'll automatically update mine.
Stay lifted and remember, always take the high road.
When you add stuff on your side, it'll automatically update mine, or are you just updating mine?
I'm just updating yours.
Yeah, so being the
I'll be able to whenever
like Holiday World for the roller coaster.
Send it to your Google Drive and be like, hey, go ahead and import the new one.
Okay, sounds good.
Please enjoy your
So you-
ride on the Raven.
You get your pick
still
of
can do
these
that.
last few.
Oh no, I have to pick something right now.
Yeah.
Let's
I'm gonna
meet
kinda explain.
contestant
Dancing
number
lights
1.
is probably not going to be necessary because you have an ability to shed light, so you won't need
Yeah.
the ability to do
Okay.
so. Mage hand is going to give you like an extended hand that goes a certain distance away, and it can cast spells, it can unlock doors, it can open doors, it can check for traps, it can do that.
It can do everything but attack, can it? Pretty much.
Pretty much, yes. Friends, you cast that on somebody, and they will think that they will react to you as if they are friends. They're technically charmed by you, and they will. You can give them suggestions.
I get no ideas.
And if like that way, if something,
How
if
Fury
you're
is small.
if you're
bigger
in
than me.
a dangerous situation with someone, like a social interaction, and they're starting to get heated or whatever, you can cast friends on them and make
Well, see, no, think about this. Okay, no, finish, yeah.
Okay, mending is for like small tears in certain things. You can fix certain pieces of,
Okay.
but it's not super strong message. You can send a message to someone, they can reply back to you.
Okay.
Sword within I think 25 words is the limit. Sword burst puts swords all around you. It's the only other cantrip you'll have that'll be able to do any kind of damage. But you've got other stuff that does damage,
Hold on.
even just in that. Hold on. Hold on.
She has magic text messaging.
Yes.
That is fucking cool.
Did you not get the memo? You
Yeah.
not read the spell book, bro?
No, because I don't have any spells. I'm
You
retarded,
should
remember?
still look at that though.
I know.
Prestidigitation is going to do a minor. It's kind of like thaumaturgy, but it's a little bit different. Whereas thaumaturgy is like you don't just like open the doors and the windows; they like slam open. It's like it's a huge. It's like a huge thing. Whereas prestidigitation, like if you're covered in mud, you can and like all the mud will just like clean off of you. Kind of.
How many do I get to pick?
You get to pick one from that list, but then there's a list of for you get to pick a wizard cantrip as well to add to that. So I'm gonna look up wizard cantrips.
Can I talk to him about this?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, we're going to a town to try to find this dude.
Hobgoblin.
Hobgoblin, what's his name?
Zatchet Belrock.
Balrog.
Belrock.
Alrighty. So, and they're all gonna protect him. If I can go casting friend spell, then we're gonna have somebody on our side.
In my honest opinion, don't forget that has a check on it too. Depends on what their check is, what they roll.
Yeah, if it's like a wisdom check, they have to roll higher than what your wisdom modifier or wisdom.
What is my wisdom?
Wisdom DC would be. I don't know. Friends, you would for the duration you have advantage. So what it is, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at one creature of your choice that isn't hostile toward you. When the spell ends, the creature realizes that you use magic to influence its mood, and it becomes hostile toward you. A creature prone to violence might attack you. Another creature might seek retribution in other ways at the DM's discretion, depending on the nature of your interaction with it.
Don't forget
So there
that
is
where
no
you're going to be going up against this guy, that all of the people that be protecting him would automatically be considered hostile towards you. So
They'd all be to protect.
I will step in and DM and say this as a DM. You wouldn't have had his assistance learning this. This would have been something that it would have just been one of the spells that you got, but because we're workshopping the players to begin with, I think it'll work. But I think because of like your hermitage, you're probably more on guard, but you're a little more humble than some of the other crazier monsters out in the world. So you might have friends. You would be able to verify having friends because you might have encountered someone and been like, hey, I'm looking for information, and they're like, rah, and you're like, okay, real quick, we're friends. Don't hurt me, I'm just looking for information, and then you can run away real fast. So that can definitely be something that that you include. I'm looking through wizard cantrips right now to see if
Wait,
there's
that I
anything else.
include. This is my first time doing all this.
It's something
to include in your list is what I meant.
Mm-hmm.
It might be one to pick.
What were you saying?
I don't think that in the instance of using friend for like his guards or whatever is going to be helpful, but I think having the friend spell in general when it comes to just everything we do,
Yeah.
Especially with him having a
is
low
going to be
charisma.
super
Yeah.
helpful because
So we were on
one
the
thing,
same page.
yeah, and one thing I have learned from any amount of time I've played D&D is that knowledge is power. The more knowledge you can get about something, and the more you can be prepared for something before
And he's
you
pretty
get
much
to it.
force, right?
I am bounce around, do damage.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
he's
So if
DPS.
somebody goes to attack me,
I will
You'll be
have.
there to
I
help.
have quick reflexes, and I'm pretty sure. Let me check my character sheet.
so I make friends.
You want friends?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I have a +3 to initiative and +3 to dexterity. Yeah.
So you won't. What I'll do is I'll write them down for you so that you know what they look like, kind of like how I wrote down phages.
Yep.
But I'm gonna have it be so that you'll be using your phone for most of your spell book, like pulling stuff up and reading it stuff. Also going to, let's see. I gave you friends. You also get another wizard cantrip as part of the your high elf racial abilities. I'm thinking I'll go ahead and give you a message for that. So,
Text message.
yeah, you point your finger. Okay, so you point your finger towards a creature within range, and you whisper a message. The target, and only the target, hears the message and can reply in a whisper that only you can hear. You can cast this spell through
That's
solid
cool.
objects if you are familiar with the target and know it is beyond the barrier. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone. Oops. I don't know what that was. I didn't see it. Magical silence, 1 foot of stone, 1 inch of common metal, a thin sheet of lead, or 3 feet of wood blocks, or 3 feet of wood blocks the spell. So those things that are just listed
Okay.
will block the spell. It doesn't have to follow a straight line and can travel freely around corners and through openings. So if you're upstairs, you point downstairs, or like point like through the floor to Larry, and you know he's in this room, you can be like, "Hey, will you grab my water bottle?" And he'll be like, "No, I'm not gonna grab your water bottle."
And then he'll come up.
And then he'll end up
Well,
coming up through one wall. This is not sending, which is what I thought it was, which I don't think you have a limit to what you can say.
Okay.
So, but it is as soon as you say what you say, they have 1 response back to you, and then you have to cast it again in order for it to work. But it's a cantrip, so you can cast it as many times as you want.
Cool. Yeah.
So
That's awesome.
there we go with all that. We've got your man. I thought that was going to be a little bit more brutal, but we've got all your spells for Anastriana. What are you looking for? Oh, this. Sorry.
I was like, where the fuck is the depths?
Where the? Yeah.
This don't have a lid on it.
That's fine.
Here.
It's got a vacuum. As long as it's not, you don't touch the plunger, it won't just randomly leak out.
So you want to kind of familiarize yourself with the rest of
Absolutely.
these, of course. But like I said, Burning Hands,
I like that's really nice. To have.
3d6 fire damage. Agonizer's Scorcher, 3d8 fire damage, plus more if you cast it at a higher rank. Scorching Ray.
So everything on here I can do. Everything on that I can do.
Yes, these yes.
And they can only
Those
be
you-
cast on self, right?
No. What are you talking about?
So like Burning Hands, she can cast Burning Hands on me.
Burning Hands is an attack.
Oh,
You
it's
don't- I
not.
mean, yeah, she
it's
can
not
cast
an
Burning Hands.
It's not enchantment, but I mean, she can cast Burning Hands. Oh, so
Burning
it's
Hand-
not something. Okay.
As you hold your hands,
Got you. It's
with
not
thumbs
like
touching,
her-
fingers spread. It is a 15-foot cone that
Oh,
spreads out.
got you.
It is-
It's
it is a
not.
damage attack.
It's not an aura.
No.
No.
like
no.
that,
It's not like you
a
cast
defensive-
it and now. No.
Gotcha.
Again, everything that she has, for the most part, that's not a cantrip is going to be
Straight
is
offensive.
Straight offensive. The one regular spell that you have that is not fire-based is Magic Missile. Magic Missile is special because if you cast it, it hits. There is no attack roll. They can't save from it unless they have a magical resistance. If you cast it, it hits. You get 3 darts, and they each do 1d4 plus 1. So you can send them in different directions too. Again, they always hit. So that's the only one that won't. Is from. So I'll work on your bard in the next day or two. Or not your bard. Your. Did anybody else catch that? The car turned and hit the light, and it just like went directly like into
yeah.
the back of my glasses and shined in my eye, and it. Oh man, I thought someone was like shining a bright light in the. Anyway, I'll work with your cleric soon and get her spellbook and
yeah,
stuff set up. But until then, you got that. You know how to play your character, essentially. You're going to be wanting to. You'll be more of the kind of close up to mid range battle kind of stuff. You'll be, if you're not close up, you're going to want some range between you and the person. Because otherwise you're going to be shooting with disadvantage. So that's something to keep in
I
mind.
mean, straight up in their face, or I'm shooting from a rock.
if we were putting this on difficulty levels, just for the record, I would say that on a scale of 1 to 5, this game is probably going to be like a 2.5 to a 3, whereas our normal game is going to be like a 1.5 with the kids. It's going to be a little challenging for them, fun for most people. This one will be fun for you guys, of course, but there's going to be a little bit more challenge. Like, there's a chance your character might die a little quicker. But I'm also going to try and equip you guys with things that if you get knocked unconscious, you're not going to bleed out, or if you die,
Well, the crazy cool thing about Gunslinger, the thing about Gunslinger that really threw me off and was really, really odd as far as the type of class it is, it seemed very unbalanced. It seemed like Gunslinger don't have a lot of strengths until you look at everything he has. Once you look at everything, I mean, he's got a self-heal. Once per turn, boom, you self-heal.
Once per rest.
Once per rest. Once per rest.
That's like an emergency. But that's like no one can get to me.
But that's like once a day. Pretty much, I have an instant potion that is always going to be on.
Yep. Which you guys will have opportunities to get coin, which will give you opportunities to get potions.
Well, hell,
and
we
stuff
got
like that.
5,000 fucking platinum pieces if we get this accomplished. I mean, I've got 20 gold starting out, so I mean, basic necessities.
Again,
if I need to buy a potion, I can have a potion.
That's starter stuff too. So let me find a treasure generator real quick.
So we can find out what we got level 2 and 3.
Yeah, basically.
How does armor class work? Armor class based on what I rolled, plus your dexterity modifier.
Armor class is what kind of armor you're wearing, plus your dexterity modifier, plus a shield if you're wearing it, plus any other modifiers if you have any other modifiers that are required.
So
for that app, you're going to hold onto that and select armor.
Armor type medium, because it's leather, right? Or is leather light?
Leather is light.
Okay, so hit light.
And then go to select armor.
Select armor.
And go to light.
Armor is leather. And apply?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay.
Alright, and then hit done.
I actually have a 14. I was stuck at I was at a 13. And it said it didn't say what type of armor, and I didn't know if that needed to be.
Is there a where I can keep track of gold on my phone?
Yes. Actually, even in this character sheet.
I don't think I have that.
I just downloaded it.
Okay, where do I go?
Back out, and then swipe up like you're going to your apps, and it's this one right here, the white and green D20. Don't worry about that yet. Just ignore it. Hit done. And so this is the app we've been using. It's got all your stuff. The green ones are the ones you're proficient in. This will have all your weapons information, even though you'll be using your spells. There's your spells. You'll use the other app to actually access them. These here are going to have your spell slots. So you've got 4 spell slots, and you can mark them off as necessary. And then this has all your features and stuff. It's got your equipment, your proficiencies and whatnot. But then down here, it's got your gold and stuff. I'm only going to have you guys mess with gold pieces. The rest of those are also for like platinum, electrum, silver, copper. We don't do electrum. Electrum is stupid. It's pointless. I don't know why it's a thing. So we're going to do copper, silver, gold, and platinum.
Yeah, I always wondered why there was an electrum on this app between silver and gold.
It's the standard, but like nobody plays with it.
Yeah, like you don't see it very often at all. You don't even see it in Pathfinder.
So because he's a bounty hunter, that's why he starts with more gold. He's been doing jobs. You were a hermit. You didn't really do anything. But that's why I'm gonna roll up a.
I understand.
Whatchamacallit? Treasure generator.
She plans on borrowing from me anyway. She already did earlier. Our first session.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, let's generate some stuff.
Generate some stuff. Bunch of people streaming Apex Legends.
Just kidding. Okay, well that's not at all what I wanted. 5e treasure, loot, generator, federator, random generator.
Ooh, they have flaws on here. And you can do flaws.
Yeah, each. I think it's linked with your background. You can go to the original page that your background has, and it has little tables where you roll a d10, and it'll give you what your traits are, your flaws are, or whatever, in case you want. Cool. Yeah, you want that like limiter of, oh, my character is always going to act this way. But it's always nice to if you think of something for your character to write it in.
Yep.
Treasure. Call it a CR3. Treasure hoard. There we go.
Great. Go. What? What?
All right.
I heard, Dad, I gotta go pee. That's what I just heard right there. I shall be back.
So you are going to start.
You're gonna end up falling.
That's for sure. Do you have your dice within reach? Oh, I see them. Roll these fun and these fun.
Together?
Yes. And we'll look at the percentage of this hoard. We'll pull up. 54%. That's pretty good. So, in your... Yeah, in there. Go to... Yeah, your equipment page. And for... Also, like, for your equipment and stuff, that's where I would normally put, like, anything that you guys loot, anything important. What I do is I list it there.
Okay.
But for the gold, let's see. So put in... You had 5, so put in 46 total. And then under silver pieces, put 18. And then for copper pieces, put 56. Which again, I mean, it isn't really going to necessarily matter. We're going to be going on a gold standard, so most things are going to be like this many gold.
Yeah.
And you'll just end up with extra silver and copper that you can. Because I mean, technically, you have a gold's worth of silver and 5 silver's worth of copper, but I mean, it's all going to work out. Medicine time. So guys, I think we're going to take a quick break and then probably get ready to close up shop here before too much longer. We're going to take a break because I have to pee. She has to take her medicine. I don't know where Larry went, but I think he flushed himself down the toilet, and we'll be right back. Thank you so much to you guys for being here and watching, and we are
BRB.
Forward to seeing you here in just a few more minutes. Bye! Didn't want to do that.
I lift my head up, I ask the Lord how long will this last? Cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass.
And we're back.
Hello.
So we're not trying to act like we're sponsored or anything, because we're definitely not sponsored, but
It came up again, but I got my thing. It says I spent $2.99, so I just hit done.
yeah, hit done. I think it's probably just done.
Ooh, the ad's gone.
Yep, it's a good sign.
Yeah, okay, so I told my Gendril, who it says you are now level 2, I told it to roll up.
Okay, so you're leveling it up real quick?
Yeah.
Just to try it out? Okay.
Yes.
Right.
Ooh, yes. Sorry.
Back pop him?
No, hit.
I don't know what you have saved for Gendril as far as leveling him up to level 2. I don't know if you've...
He should be level 2 right there. You're leveling him up to level 3 right now.
Mine said... Oh, okay.
But here, go to,
Here's pretty close.
go to the top right.
Open... See, originally it said Rogue 1.
Oh, so now it says Rogue 2. So, did I send you the one? I did send you the one, didn't I?
Yeah.
So we'll get that adjusted.
And I don't know if I made that, if that was right, because I didn't finish out.
I'll send you the one I have, and then you can. But if you go to the top right, where the little 3 dots are, and go to restore character. After you level one up, you'll get the whatever it just was. You'll get that as a restorable character, so you can click that, and then it's back around. It comes back around.
Okay, so this is where I was.
I'm gonna put your cleric spells in, and then get that sent to you here shortly. It's really like, seriously, once you see the character, what you can do. Also, I just thought of this. I'll have to go in and probably get some custom data for some of the races and stuff. But as soon as when I do that, it'll be good.
I hit roll.
Yeah, that's how I would do it, is hit roll. If it's a 1, you re-roll the 1. If it's anything less than the average, then you keep the average.
I got an 8.
Well, then go ahead and save the 8. Save the 8.
I don't know. I like rolling real dice.
And yeah, you can always do that as well. It'll still be the same either way. But yeah, so
restore it back and then roll real dice instead.
No, it's up to you, baby.
I will absolutely do that.
I'm going to be doing on real dice.
Oh, you've already got it set to level 2 anyway.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sending you the level. If you don't have the level 2 already, I'll be sending you the level 2 very soon. But yeah, so that's gonna be starting next Tuesday. We'll have you guys searching through, and I mean, you can spend the day. The mic's gonna catch you before it catches me.
You can keep talking.
Yeah.
Can I make you some buttered toast?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, why didn't you say it so I could hear you instead of having to ask you? Yeah.
I don't know. Thank you.
It's the
Welcome!
It's the coffee.
It's the coffee.
I was like, we need to go to break because I need to stand up because I feel my head tingling. Like, woo-hoo-hoo.
I've been sitting here doing yoga in the seat.
Oh, that's a good call. I've been sitting on my legs, which is the opposite of yoga.
I found a bunch of. I'm trying to get like. I start doing it during our drives. It's a car yoga for long rides,
Nice,
and
nice,
I want to
nice.
get it down before we go on our vacation.
Oh yeah.
Because that's a 16-hour drive.
Oh yeah, lots of opportunities.
Oh, and we did find out you're butthead. If we,
Oh, we can see him in there.
if we go from here to there, it'll take us through toll roads.
Oh,
So if we just go down to my dad's and then go there, it won't. And that's what we originally planned anyways, but my parents apparently thought that we were going to come from here, or leave from here.
Oh. Mm-mm.
So,
It's a lot of tolls through Pennsylvania, dude.
yeah.
Oh my god.
So, yeah, we'll be taking the kids that whole weekend, or that whole weekend before.
Oh man, that's a lot of
Yeah.
opportunity for car yoga though.
For what?
Car yoga?
Oh, car yoga, yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't even know what you said.
just a lot of opportunity to bargolo. Like, ha ha.
Do we have jelly?
What?
Do we have jelly?
That's nice. We're pretty low on the grizz ape.
And then we put
So yes.
Huh?
A little bit of grape.
A little bit grape left.
Should we probably save it then for?
You guys can go shopping.
Hmm?
Do you not get jelly on?
We won't be able to go grocery shopping till a couple more days.
Oh, I thought you said
until we
work
get back.
was today.
Huh?
I thought you said work was.
Oh, but you don't get jelly off the way.
Okay. Never mind then. Boom, 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 boom. So yeah, starting Thursday, we'll do kind of the same thing except with the boys and talk about the continent of Morgana, or the state of Morgana, and
Which will be a totally
characters.
different campaign than this one.
Totally different campaign than this one. Then next Tuesday, like I said, you guys aren't in necessarily any kind of hurry to get your jobs done, especially if it's going to spook them. But starting next Tuesday, you guys will be heading into Cocoa Hell to
Cocoa Hell.
Cocoa Hell, where the Hellions are.
We also don't want to take our time doing it though either, because I imagine there's other groups that's looking for him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but this is definitely something that just happened. As far as you know, you just got the call, and we're gonna role play the day that you make it into town. That you both make it into town. So like, it kind of gives you a 1 to 2 day spread before he's gonna find out. Before anybody starts finding out that he's got a bounty on his head. But yeah, Tuesday we'll jump into that and talk about that. This Thursday will be the boys' session 0, where they will be participating in something of a train robbery, which will be fun. Teach them a couple things on how to rob a train, because that's the point of this, is to teach them how to rob trains and gamble. I
Look how
spent...
different he looks there.
Well, how far was it?
We were here.
Wow, that was just a few months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Is it because his hair is all messy now and
I
grown
guess.
out?
I don't know. Maybe his
know.
beard.
It looks weird.
What are we talking about?
This picture of
Your
you.
face.
You look different.
I look different?
Yeah.
It makes
I'm
fucking
still
it
me.
again.
I'm not an alien clone.
Catch my
Dropped
eyes.
off here to do anything weird.
I'm not gonna go as crazy as Sherbs, because I'm not looking to have a 3-drop death wish.
I'm pretty stoned.
Pretty lifted.
You're rolling pretty high.
Yep.
Rolling pretty stoned.
I'm rolling pretty high. Pretty high, pretty high. Ooh, cherry Moscato sounds good.
Sounds real good.
You hear me?
What?
A cherry Moscato.
I have a cherry Moscato for you. By Oliver brand. We'll have to pick it up sometime.
Mm-hmm.
Martin's has it, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the one that has it.
I can't tell if it's got a blob on the end or not, but you might want to check it. Chester the Inspector. I don't know, that's not a
What
thing.
did you just call me?
Chester.
I don't like the name Chester.
It's because of Mr. Bennington.
No, because I've always heard Chester the Molester,
That's what I was thinking too.
and there isn't much that I despise more
Then a molester.
than a molester. It's kind of like that like white spit that forms in the corner of your mouth when you're really, really thirsty.
Mm-hmm.
It's like somewhere between that and a rapist that I classify as my generalize just like this. These ones? Wow, I do look different there.
No, that's not the one I was talking about. But that's when you ran with me at your dad's or your parents' house.
Book of Many Things is a spell book.
Oh, I like him.
Oh, look at him here. You are such a handsome devil.
Wow, sir. Look at that.
That's me with a goatee.
Look at that.
Handsome devil.
You want me to go back to the goatee?
I love both on you. It depends on what you like.
Do you want me to do a half and half of both?
No. Let me show you the picture that I was like, wow, you look weird.
And I'm dead. Get it straight. But neither one of those are listed.
Oh, yeah. It's because my hair's so short. And now it's all blam. Look at this. Look at my peacock, y'all.
Excuse
What do you think about that? That's so pretty. Look at it.
We've officially reached new levels of what the fuck, guys.
Who's a pretty boy? I's a pretty boy.
Oh my gosh, honey. You're wrong person.
So
Your cat person is the...
Who's a pretty boy?
who's a pretty boy?
Who's a pretty boy? That's funny. I understood that. That's good. I like that.
Who loves kitty?
Who loves cat?
Who loves kitty?
So do you mind if I see your phone again real quick? No, I can wait until later, actually. I just don't know why.
High Times 100. Just started following us, thank you.
I need to find this freaking
What?
book.
High Times 100 followed our Instagram.
That sounds pretty important. We're gonna celebrate that? No?
Yeah.
Moving on.
I don't know who they are. I'll have to research them. Yeah, you need to find your book.
I do.
It's around here somewhere.
It must be.
It's making me mad.
I like how it goes just so like, it's right there, right? It's got it. It's just been sitting right there
You
this
like
whole
turn,
time.
it's like it's in your purse. It's sitting in your purse.
I can't wait to make up this little back thing. That'll be fun.
Oh, this back here?
Well, I mean, specifically just this little shelf. I mean, it could literally be. I mean, we could throw anything on it, and I'm just excited for it to be.
Hey, for Christmas, we can use the little guys from the.
Yes.
There's like the Jack head. Someone can be Jack, and then they have.
Oh, from the Monopoly? That would be.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Makes you wonder if you couldn't contact. If I wish I could figure out Kim's number at Hasbro. Contact Kim, and they have
You're the one spiritual weapon.
bins and bins and bins of their miniatures that just didn't come out 100% right.
Mom life.
Getting the workout in. Workout and babysitting.
You know what I mean? Like they have the batches of miniatures that just didn't come out 100% right, and they're going to end up throwing them away or whatever, and be like, hey, could you dump them this direction?
Yeah. I saw on Reddit that the most expensive part of the entire thing is going to be minis.
Oh, absolutely.
I'm like,
Absolutely. You want to look up a cool little set of miniatures and whatnot. In my opinion, I felt that they would have given D&D a absolute run for their money. An absolute run for their money. If they would have been able to have enough of a production to lower their price point just a bit. But look up HeroScape stuff.
Oh yeah. No, we used to have
Dude,
this.
HeroScape was so fucking amazingly done. It was done so well. And has miniatures, and you build the terrain ahead of time. And that would be an amazing show.
The HeroScape show?
Yes.
I bet you could. I bet there's been some. Dim sum.
Just because if you could get a bunch of HeroScape stuff, and you
Listen,
could build out.
I'm pregnant with Grayson there.
You know what?
I've seen that picture too.
We just got done eating Mexican.
He's a ham.
It's a burrito. It's a burrito, baby.
Let me see. A buddy of mine, I used to have a bunch of Hero Escape stuff, and I got rid of it to him. Let me see if I can contact him. Just by chance.
Oh, where's my son?
It's a baby burrito.
Yeah. He's like, it's just a baby burrito. That's what that picture made me think of.
Yep, you can see it. Dude, I'm so ready for pictures like this. Sunroof open.
Oh yeah,
Tank tops on.
back to summer life.
Summer living.
Ooh, honey. I'm meant to make this.
Oh my lord. Fooding it up. Fooding it up.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Monsters, NPCs. Bounty hunters? Excuse me. I want you to click on the bounty hunters, please.
It never hurts to ask. But yeah.
Assassin's Guilds.
But a buddy of mine, he had probably 2-3 totes full of terrain pieces for Hero Escape. Just buying people's collections off eBay that they were getting rid of to just get massive amounts of it. And he had a bunch. And his kids are a bit older now, and I know he doesn't do as much with the board gaming stuff. And if he still has it, would be willing to get rid of it for a decent price, especially if it's just taking up space or whatnot. And then you could do a 4 or 5 hour show of just building the terrain on the table and building it, and then turn around and the following day have a live show of playing that terrain.
Yeah, that's the thing is, like, I'm surprised that they don't give Matt his own show where he builds the sets each week.
Yeah.
And the thing is, he uses those sets and they're full of spoilers.
Yeah,
the show is about
absolutely.
the story.
Yeah.
And, not to mention that, but some of the players watch the shows.
I wouldn't be surprised for them to do where they film him building the sets and whatnot.
Release it.
And then release it
on
at the
Friday.
end of the campaign
This
as
is the end of the week.
or whatever one he's doing for that one, yeah.
Alright, so I'm going to roll a random mercenary and see how you like it. Colors are royal blue. That's good.
Royal blue.
For the Hyman Society.
Yes. I need my Hyman mercenary.
Mercenary troops banner features. Whoops, whoops,
Oh, my
whoops.
banner features.
Funny. Hey, that's me working. Holy shit. That's awesome. I like that picture. Oh, it's a 20. Nat 20. Features a wolf.
Sorry. I don't know how to turn it off. How do I turn
Click
it
it.
off?
Did the little smile. She's like, like I gotta be. Okay, cool. So royal blue wolf. The mercenary commander is a D10. He is a former arena champion.
This is so true. It's got the Dusty Keys guy. And it says, I don't always step on my kids' toys, but when I do, fucking shit, god damn it, bitch, motherfucker.
Have you? Okay. He was alive during this time. Okay. Blink 182.
Yeah, shit, piss fucking
Yeah. We were listening to that the
I
other
had
day.
never heard that before, man.
Really?
I was a Blink fan too, and I had never heard that.
It was like one of the underground, like barely.
It's like the oh my gosh, what was it? Third Eye Blind, right?
Maybe.
Slow motion.
Oh, the slow motion for me. Wait, is that what you're talking about?
No, it's where like he's seen his neighbor beating his wife. and his sister was eating paint thinner.
What the hell? No, I
Or
don't
paint
remember.
chips. No, it's it made people commit suicide, I think. So they.
Oh, that sounds
It's
familiar.
a very depressing song.
Sometimes I wake up grumpy. Other times I let her sleep.
That is so true.
It took a second.
You?
Mercenary troops' attitude towards their commander is
Oh, honey, can we do this?
cautious and uncertain.
She had him in, like, you know how you do the flying with the kids?
We can do that.
Pageless.
Hey, now, keep it clean. I was just trying to help you with your yoga.
Mercenary troops currently gainfully employed in war.
I think I could do that.
Kind of smart, especially when you're first learning that move.
Yeah, to have...
Mercenary troop specializes laying ambushes.
I thought she was getting ready to flip it up. I was like,
This. Whee!
I could do that.
I'm gonna do.
I like that.
You know, what's funny is she never puts, like, it's always like music with her videos, and you always see him, like, do the little smile and everything like you do, and she always laughs. So I bet he's saying shit.
Yeah, he's probably constantly making comments. So that's the reason why I like when we do our videos and there's no sound and we're just doing stuff, because I make comments about stuff all the time. I always have a comment. That's my personality.
Because you have Tourette's. bro.
It's a huge flaw I have.
Yes.
Like, it is... out of all the things that's perfect about me,
A big head is another flaw.
I have this flaw of just saying a comment all the time.
Notorious.
So much.
Singing body songs. No, I don't think
There must be like a pressure storm moving through or something.
Feeling it in your head.
Yeah. All day. Even after all of this
That would
cannabis,
so fucking be me.
coffee, workout juice, and a good workout.
I'm going to start doing this. If I find out that our neighbors have cats, I'm just going to pay attention to when they're gone, and I'm going to shine a laser pointer through my window, through their window, to have their cats trash their blinds, and them have no
That
clue.
is so mean.
have no clue what's going on.
That is so mean.
Am I evil?
God.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, that's why we don't play evil characters, because we're all evil.
Yes.
So your mercenary troop is notorious for tattooing or branding prisoners.
Ooh.
Say what? Yeah. Speak again.
Your group is notorious for tattooing or branding their prisoners.
I am very notorious for branding prisoners. I am down with that. I like that idea.
So I mean, could be as easy as.
Yep. That means
It's gonna be a very specific.
Oh, I have a story arc I can use with that.
Hold on to it. Write it down. Keep it to
Oh.
yourself.
Was the time, and it's 3:28.
3:28.
Gosh, that was a long 28 minutes.
Mercenary troop fights with a D8. Fights with making a direct assault. Even though you were specializing in making ambushes.
That's kind of funny. Donald. Like, even when you flip it over,
Right. I still can't see. Okay. I couldn't see the other face.
Yeah,
I
mouth,
just saw
or
it
there's
up
the
there.
nose.
Yeah.
and the big eyes, and then the hair.
I see it now. It took me a second. I was like, ah. One of those things where you literally can't change the way, like,
Yep.
whether it's a duck or a chicken,
Yep.
or a duck or a bunny, rabbit, duck or a bunny. 4. Many of the mercenaries in the troop are armored in hide armor.
Ooh, that's scary as shit. I
Wrote
wouldn't
it
trust
down.
myself doing this.
Note taken.
Duly noted.
Duly noted.
Many of the mercenaries in the troop are wielding short swords and spears.
Sup.
Cool. The Hyman Society.
Yes.
So awesome.
So this is what you guys will be seeing every Tuesday for the
Hyman
CMO.
ho!
Oh my god, Jesus. I quit already. I quit.
Could be worse. Could be doing stuff like
Wait.
Hyman power.
Oh my gosh, Larry Dean.
Nope.
I don't even know.
Just-
If,
they
I don't
just
even know if
flag
that's
our
allowed.
account.
I don't even know if that's allowed.
We're flagged.
This is a fantasy world. This is a fantasy world.
Woo!
Hell,
Killing us.
Hell Hyman. It's
Larry.
like Hell Hydra.
Stop while you're ahead.
Hey, Captain America is a secret agent of ours.
Oh, really?
He's a double agent Hyman master.
No, he's not.
We called him the Hyman Shield.
No, that's gross.
AKA the Diaphragm.
Oh man. It just had to go there.
He did, and he went there.
Well, guys, thank you so much for hanging out with us on our session 0. I think that these guys are probably sufficiently ready to hunt down Bellrock.
I like that game.
What?
Ballsack. There is a game. It got changed. Its name got changed to
Fucking
Bandu.
Tourette's
Its
and
name got changed
Yeah,
to
he's a
Bandu
squirrel.
in the Americas. But think of Jenga, but opposite with just weird shaped pieces. Like
And
there's
a
an
dog
egg
as
and
well.
there's a ring and there's a like oval and stuff like that. What?
Can you get the foldy thing? The paper strip that cookie dough.
But literally, it is a game of like different shapes, and we'd put all the shapes in the middle, and we'd each get 10 beans. If it was Shelby's turn, it'd be her turn to either pick a piece, or she can pay a bean to pick a piece and pass it to the next person. They can pay a bean to pass that piece on, so on and so forth.
I think I know what you're
When you
talking
run out
about.
of beans, you can no longer pass pieces. Your job is to take whatever piece is given to you or you pick and build as high of a tower as you can without it falling over, instead of like Jenga where you take pieces away.
Right.
In the United States, the name of the game got changed to Bandu. The original name of the game is a German name, and it's called Ballsack.
Ballsack.
And it is a very popular game. You can find them all over fucking Goodwills and stuff like that, but they never have all the pieces. There's like 1 or 2 little wood pieces that is just missing.
Yeah.
And they've remade the game 50 billion times, and I think it's one that we should definitely get. I think kids would have a hell of a time with it.
Yeah. Sounds good.
It's like one shape's like a bowling,
Ballsack.
one shape's like a bowling pin. The next one's just this big ring. Then there's a square block. There's one that looks like a hourglass.
Because they're gonna be super excited to start this and get this going.
I'm
Oh,
super
yeah.
excited
Oh, yeah.
to get it going. After I was super duper extra nervous about it, but as soon as I started like getting to a point where I was like, I have everything I need for their account, or they should like, they're gonna do stuff that I don't expect, but that'll be the fun of like adapting or whatever. But like, I should have everything that I need ready. So I mean, now that I've kind of solidified that, I mean, I'm ready to go. I'd like to see where they go with it. There's
If at any point in
There's some
time you
options.
want to run a campaign that involves, I know right now Critical Role is doing like the Underdark and whatnot, but if you ever want to roll a campaign that deals with the Underdark, I do have a Underdark compendium that tells about every character from the Legends of Dritz, the Drought series of books. Tells about all of the locations, the Spider Queens, the different houses, the different creatures and their background and where they're found and weaknesses, and it's got everything about it. It's a pretty cool little book.
I was looking at some Underdark stuff on DM's Guild, but that was right when I was having issues with it.
But yeah, but us at Wallawana, we want to absolutely thank you for
Yes.
joining in on our 0 session rolling high show. We're gonna have different themes for different shows. Probably on this show when we do
that is
giveaways. When we do giveaways on this show, they'll probably be more gamer themed and cannabis themed. It might be a little bit of both and depending on what show you join us on is going to depend on what kind of prizes we're going to give away. But we're going to plan on trying to do giveaways for all the different types of prizes. So, yeah.
Also, since we are a show about wellness, I do want to bring attention to the fact that my husband and my husband's best friend, my children's uncle, they have stopped smoking and they've been doing amazing with it. Obviously vape pen, and cannabis. I mean cigarettes. And cigars. So congratulations to them. They both have been fit-free for a week now, so it's been better.
Oh my god.
Dude, it's so
I
easy
still
to not
want
be.
to kill everything half the time. I'm just like, can I
He's normally really bad in the morning. He's normally really bad in the evening.
That's not even, to be honest, that's not even a nicotine thing. It's just one of those things where I am just not
a morning
person. I don't like waking up. And so when I do wake up, it's just like, alright, well, here we go.
I wake up bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Not
There's
as
some
much
days-
as I used
Like
to,
Sunday,
but like
I just like woke up and I was like, I'm gonna
Like,
do the dishes.
there's-
I had a terrible dream. I'm gonna do the dishes.
there is. I've always had that habit. When I wake up, I'm just, bing, I'm awake. It doesn't take much. Once I'm awake, I'm awake. Now going to sleep is a different story. I have problems going to sleep sometimes, but once I get
I
there
go to
anymore.
sleep like a ninja.
Oh yeah, you're a fucking sleep ninja. And she is the epitome of.
My dad.
Oh my gosh, she'll be like, honey, let's watch How I Met Your Mother.
I'll be
I will
laughing
turn
at a
on-
joke.
I will turn on How I Met Your Mother.
Right, a little joke.
It will come up to that hit play button. I'll hit play. They'll come out with their first little bit right before before the opening scene, and during that bit, she'll be in mid laugh, and then everything will go silent on her end. And then they'll play the theme, and during the theme, I can hear her breathing rate change and her start snoring while she's laying on me. It's like, well, now I'm watching How I Met Your Mother, and she made it through all of 3 minutes of this episode. I need to change it over to something
It's just
different
how
now so that
comfortable
we don't
you are.
miss.
That's how it was for me last night, though. Whenever you came upstairs and like, hey, you up here, boss? I'm like, oh, yeah. I went upstairs after dinner, sat down, and I was watching Critical Role. I was like, this is funny. And I was even sitting in like the weirdest position, like with my legs folded underneath me, and I was like leaning against pillows, like almost like flat, and I'm just like, ha ha ha, ha ha ha. And I remember like closing my eyes, like looking at the clock, and it was like 8:45 or something, and I'm like, that was funny. And then like, I remember opening my eyes and laughing at a joke that they say, like, I remember when that happened, that was funny.
I love it when I have sleeps like that, though.
And then I closed my eyes and you were coming up the stairs and I was like, shit, whoa, fuck, it's 9:30. Oh, man, okay, I was just awake laughing. And it was like the art roll at the end of the episode of Critical Role, and I was like, how fucking long was I out, man?
I love watching a movie like Avengers or Black Panther or Doctor Strange, and something that you know the movie,
Yeah.
and you fall asleep just enough that your body's like, I'm asleep, but your subconscious is enough that it still recognizes little things that happen, so you'll be there and you'll be like, oh, I love this part. And you see this part, you'll see just a bit of it, you're like, oh, so cool. Right back out. It's like, and then you wake up later and the credits are going, you're all like, I remember most of that movie, but I didn't see any of it.
It's like you watch it in your head because you've seen it so many times.
Right?
You just dream it up. The parts that get me is like, because I fall asleep watching like Critical Role and stuff, so I'll fall asleep, or like like right before I fall asleep, I'll be like laying there and my head will start going or whatever, and I'll realize that I don't hear any sound, and as soon as I think that, boom, like I can hear them talking again.
Yeah.
And I was like, was it quiet that whole, were they in a lull?
7 minutes left and I need this fucker.
7 minutes left? The
Alright, well, we were already closing up shop anyway, guys, so thank you for joining in and taking and watching us. If you haven't hit that follow button, make sure you hit that follow button.
Yes,
right above
we're
my
so
head.
close.
Right,
Yep.
We need two more.
And
And then we can
Give
start
shit
giving
away.
away free stuff.
That's
Give shit away.
absolutely true.
Give shit away.
We want to give a shout out to all of our sponsors. We've got dankseeds.org, we've got Customer Concentrates, we've got Blue Mat Watering Systems with Sustainable Village being the one that supplied it for us, and we have Best Value Vax.
Yep. Zach Bates and Wes make our music.
Yep. And we also want to give a shout out to Haley Turner. She
Yes.
MMA fighter we sponsor that keeps kicking ass and taking names.
Yep.
Yeah.
Keep going, Haley.
Also, if you guys are looking for good glass, check out SOS Glass.
Yep.
And non-spawn, I mean Mothership Glass too. I mean,
Mothership Glass is
we love their pieces. They're a little
And
pricey, but they
side
are
note,
worth it.
Larry dropped it and it didn't break. So
True story.
Crazy.
yes.
But we love you, beautiful.
Goodbye.
We'll
Love
see
you.
for next
Here,
time.
I'm Tyler Shelby.
We love you, so you should love us.
Thank you
Heart,
so
heart,
much.
heart.
We'll see you next time.
I lift my head up, ask the Lord how long will this last, cause a motherfucker getting fed up, looking at you through broke stained glass. So I ask about your past, cause I love being mad. I'm crass, but it didn't mean to hurt your feelings that bad. I pray making more money for the fuck you counting your marriage. I need companionship, companionship. I'm breaking you off. I blame your mother and your friends, cause that's who making you soft. Baby girl, don't play with the bars. Baby girl, just take off them drawers. Baby girl, I need a couple minutes. I don't care about the cost. I get my rosary and pray for those who seek the peace of mind and the time to get over me. I'm so full of myself. Don't need your help. I can act like a fool by myself. I am the help. You're the top shelf, making me melt. I got the bells and the whistles. Everything is for sale. I feel like hell. Can't you tell? Like my conscience in jail. I'm on my knees praying peace. Ain't got no mercy myself. I lift my head up. I ask the Lord, how long will this last? Cause a motherfucker getting fed up. Looking at you